DJ HAMP does HAMP.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ HAMP to stand people in the building. Yo, we had a hell of a show last week. I said I gotta ask the brothers if they were humbly willing to join this week. They said you goddamn right.
Wow.
Fried up, what's popping?
How you?
Doing the right thing. Ock was goody. Everything. Everything. Where can we find you, beloved? We need to know. ASAP.
SPS Podcast. Tune in with the Raw Bunch, man. Channel.
No doubt, man. I ain't see Impress James in there. James, please drop the link to the Raw Bunch periodically if you don't mind. We humbly appreciate that, man. Salute. When the next time y'all going live?
Monday at 7. We normally do Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Now, what's up with the Raw? Is it like...
What's up, PT? Drop that gas.
Take that rubber off. Fuck that hoe. Me to me.
Not quite like that. Not quite like that. So the Raw Bunch is kind of a way to separate the seriousness in the shows. So the SPS is more the statistical side, the way we base the conversation on stats. The Raw Bunch is us just telling them how it is. Type shit.
Perfect. I like it, man. Please go like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it popping, man. We building, man. They say one hand wash the other, both wash the face. Arno, what's popping?
I'm chilling, man.
Everything's everything?
Everything is good.
How the white man treating you, all right?
I work for brown and black people.
Prove it.
What you talking about?
Are they brown like Spaniards?
No, like indigenous brown.
Native Americans?
Yeah.
Where you find them at? What you in? I don't know.
What do you think doing the work out here, bro?
No, man. The Chinese, I watched this show. They was fighting each other and shit, building the railroads and shit like that.
No, they own the liquor. They own the liquor stores.
Oh, so it's the same like the East Coast.
Yeah.
Who own the gas station?
The Dotties, you know what I'm saying? Patels.
Damn, okay. Y'all got glass up out there too?
Who?
Y'all got glass up, like you can't touch them.
Oh yeah, the bulletproof glass. Yeah, you gotta ask for everything.
You gotta wait. Do you have to scan your own food?
No, ain't that bad.
So like, if you get like a chip, you gotta hold it up, like scan this shit. Okay?
They got the door. You got the door to open. When theirs is closed, yours open. Yeah, and you close it back, and they can open it and scan the shit. Do it again.
They be having a gun like this and shit. Niggas be missing and all that. That's what's up, man. Shot was popping.
I'm gonna help another opportunity to do better than I did yesterday.
Indeed.
You doing?
I like it, man. What's up, man? When I'm gonna get featured? Well, let me take it on me. When we working on the film, man?
So, man, I'm really excited. I'm probably a few days away from finalizing my first short film. I'll plug it real quick. It's called A New Dad. Okay. And just real briefly, if you are a man who didn't grow up with the blueprint, not with the foundation, you had to figure it out on your own. Trying to fix those traumas, trying to leave behind certain things. This film kind of touches on all those different topics. It's kind of a vignette, a slice of life where a man gets a visit from his inner child and they got to have a conversation. So I'll leave it there.
That's what's up. Is there like a brief on it, a press brief, or are you just briefing us now and shit?
So no, in a couple of weeks, we're trying to get all the marketing and PR stuff prepared. So right now, still putting some of the final touches on it. But like I said, I should be done within the next week. So in the next few weeks, anticipate trailers, information about possible screenings. I got to do some stuff.
Sound went out?
Yeah.
Sound went out.
My sound went out again?
Oh, it's good now.
Okay.
Impress on it. So make y'all follow Shot. Y'all can stay up to date on the latest, man.
Appreciate it.
You know, I will let y'all. He'll let y'all know when I'm making my debut and all that. Feel me?
For sure.
But until
sure.
then, we'll watch the actors he currently has.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Arnold, don't do it, my nigga. It's me. I drink. Don't do this, Arnold. I seen you try to pour it on camera and all that. Like you ain't care because it's all. Don't do it. Bert. You know what I'm saying? Don't rub your hand. Yo, you're not Bert. Stop. Yo, you know, don't do this, Arnold. All right. You got to go to that office tomorrow. Okay. You see Sean chilling. You see he ain't even trying to make eye contact with me today. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It look kind of purple and shit like that. August, what's poppin'?
Oh, sound.
What's goody? You all right?
I'm cooling, man. Cooling as usual.
Man, do you? I see like an air about you, like you floating. Like, is it like because you got the dub last week?
Man, it's all good over here, man. I'm just, I'm always just chill mode. You know,
it's regular. Okay.
It's regular. Yeah.
Winning is regular. I like it.
Shit like that.
Where can they find you on a daily, good brother?
Man, right here on good old YouTube, man. It's August Mo without the E, you heard me. But I just dropped a video today. If y'all could go support that, you know what I'm saying? Did it a little earlier. Get the numbers up for me. Get that thing in the algorithm.
That's a fact, though. So at August Moore, so this without the E, though, right?
Yes, sir. August Moore reacts.
Got it right in the link.
Yeah, link's cool.
Okay. Impress, please make sure you give out those assignments like you did last time so people can periodically drop. The support is innumerably important, especially the organic ones. Have it, baby. Oh, your hair look nice, Bubba. All right, bye. Close the door. Granny was popping. Perfect. I couldn't tell if it was done or not. Whoever did that shit.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I gassed her. She left happy. I ain't see a difference. Granny, what's good?
Chilling, brother. Another day down.
What that mean?
Shit.
You try to say what August said? Oh, no, you try to say what Shaw said.
Nah, I'm chilling. Nah, it's another day down, bro, on this road.
No, I'm saying go ahead. Just give him his credit. Like,
yeah, you give me sound good, Granny.
Another day down, man. I'm not giving that nigga no credit for nothing.
It's like that.
Facts.
You follow him on Instagram at least?
Fuck no.
Wow.
I thought he don't fuck with me for real, help.
Yeah, man.
It's all for the show, bro. It's for the show.
Good, man. Even though he made sure you was blessed at the live.
Right,
tape,
man. He was trying to set me up, man. He was lining me up. Damn, I thought it was love, Granville.
Try to rock you to sleep, huh? That's what's up, man. Salute to Granny. I love you, my nigga. You the hardest working. This might be risky. Everything, to be honest. Perfect. CJ, what's popping?
Shit like that.
What's good? Hey, my shit ain't farting this time, right?
Familiar with it, cause we still trying to mop the floor up of the blood that Cheeky left from
Oh my God! Don't let this nigga happen.
I ain't call him though. He asked to be on the show. I said, hell no, bro.
And your shit went out. I got bad service where I'm at. I can't even hear this motherfucker. But what's good, man? I'm ready to whoop y'all niggas' asses today too.
Shit like that.
Don't mistaken.
I get my car washed real quick. That's why.
Man, just I'm the CJ stopper. You feel me? Him and Fantastic nigga be locking them niggas up, bro.
Don't make me call Batman.
Homies with me, nigga. We be locking them niggas down, my nigga.
Don't make me call Batman.
Brother.
That nigga retired. Batman don't got no schedule, nigga.
Yo, the demoted
The
former
rescue.
sidekick, CJ.
To the rescue.
You lucky I can't hear his ass. I could only hear Sean right now. Sean and the other niggas.
I ain't say shit. He said,
DJ, you probably
brother.
Nah, man, I'm in a bad spot. I should be out of this spot in like 5 minutes.
like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most, man. I apologize for yesterday. I had the show planned. We got caught up having a conversation, and I'll be honest, I was a little bit exhausted. So I apologize. I should have reset it like I usually do, or give y'all like a playback. So I wasn't quite on my dean, man. I forgot about the mathematics yesterday. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had to add a little bit of a twist, you know. We basically needed a school shooter today. You see what I'm saying? A Columbine, somebody who don't got really no type of. It's a weirdo, man. That's all I can say. You feel me? So, I'm gonna bring this person into the conversation to add some nuance. They cross-eyed, pigeon-toed, knock-knee, slew-foot. But I think it'll be a good dynamic for sure. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Yeah! Now that's how you kill somebody, my brothers. You get right up on the motherfucker and bam! Throw his brains all over the sidewalk in broad daylight.
Rock the block, baby.
Perfect.
Yo, what's poppin'?
Rally.
What's up, niggas?
Oh, hell no.
What's
Yo.
up? What's good?
Oh, hell no.
Yo,
Damn.
yo, Sean, you ain't even peep my feet though. You on mute?
Yo, mute.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, them joints sold out too. Them colors ain't never coming back.
Rich,
Nah, appreciate that for sure.
niggas jealous, man. Richbully.shop. I just seen it. Aaron on his job.
Rebuilding the store right now while we talking too, so don't mind. Don't mind.
Yeah, man. Shit, I've been to a lot of hotels where they had an under construction sign. I ain't check out. You know what I'm saying? you know. But then this what niggas be doing, right, Sean? Oh, see his website.
Right. We rebuilding.
You know?
No drinking yet either, just for the record.
Who?
Niggas. Plural.
That nigga wiping his mouth.
DJ the cross-eyed boy. Don't look at the camera like that. Nigga, that shit was like.
Yo, CJ, man, I feel like I need to give you the floor, man. Talk your shit, man. I'm tired of these niggas.
Man, let me tell y'all something. I've been whooping y'all niggas asses in the debates all week. Since I hopped on the show, really, feel me? Since y'all niggas met me, I've been whooping y'all niggas asses. Your boy been proving himself right every day. Every day my points be proven right at the end. Niggas end up saying CJ was right. CJ was fucking right. Even Sherelle be thinking CJ right. She ain't gonna say it because she a hater. But all right, I'm about to go inside the car wash real quick, man. I'm gonna calm down a little bit, but I'm gonna still be right here chilling.
Like, share, subscribe, man. Salute. As you can see, we having fun, man. Harrison Davis of the Fight House said, salute, my G. I seen you on the bike today, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Way to put it in. You heard? Gotta start somewhere. LeGarrette, what's good, kid? Perfect. See you in a month of Sundays, bro. Hope all is well, man. Hope everything's everything. My brother LeGarrette in the building, man. Let's get it, man. All right. If he could, he would. Where you think I got this from? Huh?
Sherelle.
Talking about polygamy?
No, not.
It definitely came from a vagina somewhere.
What you think? Not polygamy per se, but you on the right track, kind of, Arnold. What you think, Sean? What you think, Strata? Because it has something to do with access.
I got it.
Okay, hold it down, Strider.
Yeah, for sure. Got some feedback.
Check.
Yeah. My premise, this is what I think. I think that the premise comes from those that don't have access. If they were to be granted access, the way that they would behave would be like those that they criticize.
Damn. Okay.
Just a thought.
Okay. Sean?
Yo, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's from the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? That's been complaining, trying to work the refs and shit. You know what I mean? They unionize. It's a hater union. It's a motherfucking have-not union. It's a pussy deficit union. Them niggas unionize and say, bruh, fuck them niggas, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Good, bro. They would bury their face in every butthole they could, bro. They just can't. Even when they offer $40, shorty them inflate the price and tell them 400. That shit crazy, bro. So it's definitely the have-nots, man. Them niggas.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Let me see. Hold on. I had to send a message. Sha, what you think?
I think my homies have done enough. I think the intro is well defined and I'm ready to get into it. So I'm gonna just nod my head.
Yes, what you think?
Who you said, me? Shoot, my bad. I say like maybe like a nigga that's supposed to be the brother that's a friend, you know what I mean? The friend zone, like simping, hard body, that, you know, it's just supposed to be, you know, platonic, not nothing past that. But, you know, if the nigga could, he wouldn't turn it down. He'll say yeah to that. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Granny, what you think?
About what?
About the question, nigga.
You could if you would. You would if you could, right?
Mm-hmm.
Friend zone, nigga.
I was thinking of the Manny Fresh song. I guess if you taking it here.
What Manny Fresh song?
But you can't do it. I think it's You Ain't Like That or some shit. It's a song by Manny Fresh.
What's the premise?
I really don't know how to break down the premise of the song. But what he was talking about was balling in the song. And I remember the lines, you niggas wish you could, but you can't, so you ain't.
And what does that
And,
pertain
you
to?
know, Birdman and them. Probably just life, nigga. Women, money, cars, clothes. You ain't got it, you ain't got it. So sit on the sideline and chill.
Bandit Attorney, what's your take?
I think that in today's climate, a man can't afford a good woman.
Oh, you got a crazy echo. I think you got something that turned on. Go ahead, say it again.
I say in the spirit of today's climate, that's good, better.
Yeah.
I guess like with today's climate, you can't afford to disregard a good woman. So, you know what I'm saying? If she in front of you, you're gonna have to take your shot. No matter what y'all call yourselves.
What you mean? A good woman, what does that consist of?
Like if she worth being around, you know what I'm saying? She in your lane, you dealing with her, you know what I'm saying? You done been through trials and tribulations with her. I think, you know what I'm saying, that friend zone shit, if it's one-sided and it's your side, that's the friend zone side, you might as well see what she's talking about.
Oh, like you friend zoning her?
Yeah.
Okay. CJ, did you hear?
Yes, sir. And my shit straight still, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, most niggas would if they could.
Got a few niggas that got like that super discipline, like my boy Cheeky. But like my boy is the Chris Rock who said it, niggas only have sex as they option. Most niggas don't got the options. And then it's like if women just throwing it at you, like my boy, what's his name? Will Chamberlain. Like he has so how many women?
Thousands.
Over 25,000 or some shit. However much.
Damn.
Whoops, sorry. But you know why? Because he had it was fucking easy. Now us regular niggas or us supposedly super niggas.
This nigga need to stop moving.
He's trying to do way too much.
This nigga done left his phone.
He's trying to do way too much. Like he got
Rest
the
in
technology.
peace, man.
So there was a conversation being had where essentially the quote unquote whoremongers were the culprits of everything going to shit. You know? And we got people who don't have a lot of experience kind of just pushing that mantra, supporting that, and etc. And when you talk about regular is based on the average, right? So if you hover around the average or the median, cool. But if you have elevated access or experience, just by nature of the numbers, right, you would be above that. Do you think that the majority of people who are carrying that mantra, that mantle, do you think they only saying that because they can't do the things that the people they trying to put that jacket on can do?
It make it way easier.
What you mean?
So if you don't have access to potentially be a super nigga, right? If that's not even in your lane, it's not even a possibility for you, right? It's easy for you to say I got discipline, right? Because how much discipline do you need if it's not getting thrown at you? So they saying, oh, they the bad dudes, but you probably would be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vino. He checked in on this point. He said, y'all same as me. I just ain't been able to get on the floor as much as I've been getting on the floor. Y'all got the same amount of minutes I got.
Say the premise one more time, because I kind of missed it. The first part I missed it. Not you. I was trying to what Ham was saying. Like
you can restate
how
it.
you
Arnold can restate it.
All right, go ahead. Because I missed the first part.
So the premise is that the high and mighty dudes is looking at the whoremonger is saying that, oh, you messing up the community, you doing this and that, when in reality they just don't have the access, so they're not being challenged in the same ways, so the comparison isn't apples to apples, so they can't really say, oh, I'm being disciplined. You don't have to be disciplined, nigga, because women not trying to get at you.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay,
right. You're not getting a apples comparison on your discipline.
Okay, I see what you're saying,
especially if you're sitting in the house.
Damn, okay.
Where the truth at? Where the truth at, Strata?
He just stated it. I think that's more true than it's not. I think the majority of those that if they had access, it'd be harder for them to exercise their level of restraint they have when they don't have options. Like you said, it's very easy to do when you don't have it as an option to do. They say what? Money makes you more what you already are.
Mm-hmm.
I think the same would be true in the dating pool. If people had access the way they wanted in abundance, it would show more who you truly are, not what you desire it to be.
So you think the majority of people who make the Chas argument is because they got no choice?
There you go.
God damn.
But they fighting for their side, as they should, though, right? Like if you know what I'm saying, on the have-nots.
Is it
like
a side, though? Is it a side if it ain't a choice?
Yeah, it's still a side. You still got to be a proponent for it. You feel me? So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay. So, but if it's absent of choice, is it disingenuous? Like, do they even believe it themselves? Do they believe that they would be chased if they had options?
I think that's where that hypothetical land lets their imaginations run wild and they run into delusions because it's so much easier to say what you would do until it's in front of you. Like everybody loved the Monday morning quarterback and say, well, yeah, I would have did it and I could have. Yeah, but you ain't been in a scenario to see what you would actually do. So it's easy to judge if you ain't been in a scenario where it's in your face. Like we don't know what your natural reaction or proclivities would be. I would attest, and I'm gonna land it here. I would attest somebody like a Diddy with all the wild stuff we seeing. You make him a regular guy making 30, 35. He don't get that crazy.
He don't get okay.
Yeah. Who gonna keep saying yes to a regular nigga?
Oh, you saying in that particular situation?
Yeah.
Doing it because they in love, because they want access, because they've been manipulated. But 30,000, that leverage ain't the same.
Yeah, the 30,000 don't got 20 people pulling up to his house after midnight.
Facts. And those requests don't sound the same at 30K, respectfully. Like
I got some pushback on that.
Sure.
I kind of liken it to this. Like, you really can't, like, in your life, you can't focus on both at the same time as a man. Either you're gonna focus on getting money and surviving, or you're gonna focus on getting to the women. So the man that is what you would classify as disciplined, he probably haven't you really like worked on what it takes to really attract a woman just based off of his words. So a lot of cats out here that's doing it like that, they spend a lot of time, they have nothing but time to spend josing women all day. So they know what to say, how to say it, you know what I'm saying, where to get it open, whatever the case may be. Whereas you got somebody who, 30K, 40K, but he's focused on, trying to get the 50K or maybe a promotion or some shit like that, instead of focusing on trying to get next to some pussy. So I look at it like, it's almost like the chicken or the egg. Y'all saying that they don't have the access to that type of pussy, so they're not gonna do it. But I kind of argue that they don't have the access to it because they haven't accessed it. You know what I mean? Like, you only could go through one or two doors, and they chose the door to get to the bread. That's how I think about it.
Okay. I think that makes it extreme. I think it takes it on a either or path. Like when you're talking about money and access, I don't think that those two are mutually exclusive. We're talking about men or the dating pool. I don't think that the gentlemen that y'all call super niggas, I don't think that we were lacking in a soft skills department to talk to women when we were broke, or what people consider broke. So I don't know if it's mutually exclusive to the guys that don't have access was only focusing on money. I think that's a little disingenuous. I don't know if the money amount would change their access levels the way they think it would. I think that's kind of an illusion. Like, I don't know, it's kind of delusional to think that the money is the key to the other side of it. I don't know if it worked that way.
It's almost like, like when you're dealing with a woman, it's gonna always cost you. It's gonna cost you money and time, no matter what, no matter how you spend it. Okay. And so the more time and money you invest in that, the better you are at it. But the less time and money you invest in it, the worse you are at it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's gonna cost either or. It's gonna cost either or, time or money. So you think about it like that, where they're not accessing it because they're using that time, that resource, that time and money towards making more money or advancing themselves, instead of getting to the. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, when I was coming up, I spent like all in my 20s, I was grinding, hustling, doing whatever it is I gotta do. Where a lot of my people that I, kind of left behind, they was, getting to the hoes and having fun and living that 20 lifestyle. So it's a difference in the mentality is what I'm trying to say. So like me, I don't really like, you call it discipline, but I be like locked in, laser focused on whatever the hell I'm doing and making sure that I make time for that. And that's how my mind is registered, versus me thinking about using time to have to text this chick and then, gotta be on the phone with her. She gonna always want, you know, something. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna need some help with some shit. While y'all doing that, helping her, I'm in here, you know, building, editing a video, growing some more shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it, where you classify D-discipline as them not having access, but really that's what D-discipline look like. The same amount of time you got to put in investing and getting next to that pussy with texting and calling and spending money and going help her with a car and all that other shit. The other nigga who got D-discipline, he's focused on growing a fucking YouTube channel so he can make 6 figures a month.
You know, I knew
What's
I
up?
knew he was gonna argue with you, man. I just didn't know about what. I just didn't know about what.
Let's get it.
Yeah, 21 minutes into the show. Here you go.
Let's get it.
Oh, look, what you insinuating is that niggas who get pussy ain't own business too. That's a wildly inaccurate assumption. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be incels, not slapping no cheeks, and also living in their mama's basement. They be maladjusted, socially awkward, all types of shit. So while you may be editing videos and building a channel, them niggas is collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit.
So
You gotta speak
majority
to
of
yourself, big dog.
majority of them niggas that's getting pussy like that, they got big money, Sean. They doing it.
You say what?
They got money. They're on their life. They're progressing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then why
Niggas got motion, my nigga.
Why these bitches complaining about they broke and they ain't shit? They bums. We hear this shit every day.
Complaining about who is bums?
Who lying? Who lying? You lying or they lying? Which one's lying?
They complained about the niggas that's fucking them as bums.
About niggas being bums, broke ass, childish niggas every day, and we've been listening to it for 4 years.
Nah, what they complaining about is niggas not breaking no bread on them. That's what they complaining about. The niggas ain't bums. Look, Granville. Let's lay out who these niggas are. Right. So on every different level. Right now in life, it's the nigga in New Orleans. It's the nigga in.
Most of them niggas be living with them.
Nah, you outside your mind.
We've been here 4 years. We've been hearing this shit. So which one is it?
All right, so I tell you which one it is.
Money.
Hey, look, you know who the most is.
Look, who lying then?
Hey, I'll go as soon as you finish.
Hey, just answer this. Who lying? You or them?
He was in the middle of giving his soliloquy.
Go ahead, man. It's gonna be a bunch of bullshit anyway. He about to lie to me like he lied to the molars, but I get it.
Hey, look, that's the benefit of being one of them. You ain't gotta lie. So look, this the other thing, right? So look, who are the most desirable niggas? And we got 2 women up here, thank God, right? So look, every woman wants the nigga that's the trainer, that got all the muscles and the charisma. Do the trainers not fuck the shit out of a lot of their clients? Absolutely. The nigga that owns the club, the niggas that's the promoter, the DJ, the niggas that got the sections and the bottles. You know what I'm saying? When you in college, it's the athletes, it's the niggas in fraternities. It's all these niggas, bro. And these niggas be having their motherfucking way. My nigga, the difference is I'm not giving you $1. I'm not doing shit for you.
Most of them niggas broke, Sean.
You outside your fucking mind. You outside your mind. Hey, look, Granville, you got something up here right now and nobody's broke. What do you mean? What are we talking about?
All you niggas is 35 plus in careers and businesses. Stop the cap, bro. Y'all niggas 23, 19 to 25? 19 to 25. Really?
But Granville, that's the thing. You're actually retorting August's point, because August's point was that the reason why the guys have dick discipline is because they're actually chasing and focusing on their bag. If you're saying, well, all broke at that age,
to the bitches, they not. But I'm not retorting this point. What I'm saying, what August said was, the niggas is worrying about the bitches. They not getting to the bag like that. And what I've been hearing the last 4 years on YouTube, niggas ain't shit. They bums. They fucking to live. That's what niggas is doing. They ain't got no fucking jobs. They retarded. They stupid. I'm sorry. I can't use that.
So you gonna address what I said? You gonna address what I said though? Are them the niggas, the ones I just listed?
Those are the rare minority of them niggas that be
But
handing
ain't
that
y'all the ones that
25
said the
body count by
666 that women want 20% of the
Nah,
niggas that's they getting all the
nah,
pussy? Is that not true? Who's that 20%,
What I'm
G?
saying is, it's a plethora of those niggas combined. But those niggas that's getting to the bread, you know they far few and in between.
So
Stop
so
playing
you
this,
don't think
bro. Stop playing, Sean. You know one nigga got the money. 20 niggas, 2 niggas got the money, 4 got guns. The rest of them niggas really pussy. But they
bro,
hang around them niggas.
bro,
Let's
you
go, bro.
tweaking.
Come
Look,
on, Sean.
think about the things that attract a woman to a man.
Yeah.
It's first off, when we in the club, we in a social setting, it's the appearance. It's nothing else. She don't know shit else about this nigga. It's appearance. I don't care what else is underneath that. It's the appearance. That's number one. Status can do that. Money. You know what I'm saying? If you got sections and bottles and shit, they see that. Yeah, see, look at God. You know what I'm saying? Also, if we go back to high school and all that type of shit, niggas, what you driving? That's the first thing they want to know. They like, he got this car and that car. So, nigga, it's these things. It's niggas that's having shit, my nigga. It's niggas that's having status or having shit, or that's quote unquote fine.
What percentage of the people do you think got that type of status?
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. We ain't talking about that. That changes the argument. We talking about
the
other
people
niggas that's getting this pussy. We talking about
he's saying that that nigga that you describing right there, that
Mhm.
nigga is few and far between, is what he trying to tell
But
you.
that's not what we arguing.
He's saying the average nigga. That is what we arguing, because what you're doing is you're trying to make an exception to the rule and say that this nigga, this 10%, this less than 10% nigga is getting all the bitches, and it's like, well, regular niggas is getting it too.
The
But
minister told me that it's only a small percentage getting all the women. I didn't make that shit up. That's y'all shit.
What I'm saying to you is that
but Sean, you're trying to equate the small percentage to the 100%. We already established that the niggas talking about dick discipline, which is 80% of them, right? Because we following the lead where you going, because you brought it to 20%. We already confirmed unanimously up here that them niggas talking about dick discipline is a sham. It's a sham, bro.
We confirm it, Granville. Hey, how we confirm that shit, Granville?
The 20%. No.
How do we confirm it first?
No, listen. This is what I need to know. So what you telling me is, Sean, that top 20% of niggas getting to the bag and the bitches? That's what you telling me?
I'm saying what makes niggas attractive to women. It ain't being a loser and living in your mom's basement, but you can be what they consider a fine nigga and live in your mom's basement and get the women too.
Nigga, I believe it's a nigga that make her tingle, nigga. That's it.
The money's throwing it. I think
nigga,
the money is throwing the combo.
It's gonna be that nigga.
The money. All right. So the money talk, when y'all talking about 19 to 23, who got money back?
Exactly. That's why I said it's throwing the combo.
That's a broken premise right there.
Yeah.
Now you have some of the military brothers
service.
who have a little bit more money just because they're in the military. They're not paying for lodging and things of that nature. But when you look at the like the schools as an example, oftentimes the men who have access are doing things right, which equates to them having motion. Those men are often motivated, i.e., SGA, throwing the parties, being a part of the fraternities, and etc. Those things actually take work to be into, even though there's a misnomer like you just kind of walk in. That's not actually the case. You'll be surprised about the levels of involvement. You know what I mean? And then those men get access. They then carry on the fact that they have soft skills and the fact that they're involved in organizations into the real world. Right? The motherfucker who's always sitting at the bowling alley is less likely to be successful in all facets because he's not applying himself. So that I just don't see the correlation there.
I probably got service. Can I say something?
No, hold on, CJ. So that means that leg Sean been on, that I've been getting dusted on early, is bullshit then.
What?
Because he talking about all this money that these niggas getting.
But you changed the conversation to 19 to 23.
You said 19 to 23. That's what I was. I don't even know. I don't even know if August gave
So
an
let me
age
ask you
range.
this. Let me ask you this. We were talking about August's premise. He was talking about growing up, getting established, focusing on. I thought we were going off of that. Because Sean butted in on August's statement. Sean was talking about niggas growing up, focusing on their career and bag before pussy, getting well established.
I didn't say that.
We know that's in your early 20s, going up into your 30s, right? That's the age range you were talking about, right, August?
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. That age range.
So
Now,
that's the. But I need that to be understood that was the age range.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
agreed upon age
Sean,
range.
I'm trying to figure out what Sean was going with because
But-
I stayed on topic.
What's the average income for niggas at 19 and 25?
What I'm
Financial refund check.
Yeah, but that's the building phase though.
Nah,
that's
it's
the building.
after that. Honestly, like
No,
men hit their financial stride at 40. So you saying they?
I know
from 20 from 19 it take 20 years?
Yeah, damn right. That's the building
that's
phase.
the thing. Motherfuckers start focusing oftentimes after they get over that hump.
Hey, that's what happens. Hey,
I was on it at 18.
But wait,
I was in the bag.
August, yo, yeah.
But you know, even still, I was, you know, that was a play. That was a smart move.
It's a smart move.
August premise is off though, because niggas ain't just focused on the bag. That's why they ignoring the women. So it's niggas that get play, and then niggas understand that they can't get pussy until they get to the bag. So that's when niggas stop. That's when niggas start to focus on the bag because they know they can't get pussy till they get to the bag. But but getting play early does hinder niggas. I will give them that for sure. Getting too much play early will hinder niggas. But women understand and they'll seek out niggas that got potential. Like Hamp, my guy Hamp was football player, DJ. They see niggas on the come up, they will attach themselves to them niggas and throw pussy at them niggas. But oh, go ahead.
Well, I want to this. You know what just popped in my head, and this might derail. I apologize. They could if they would, right? And then, so when you look at women, have we almost has society proven that without parameters, women want sex just as much as men?
Yes.
So the interesting thing is, if they could, they would, right? Women have to turn down sex every 2 hours if they walking around outside, huh? So it just kind of, right? You see what I'm thinking? So
I
they
think women want
have
sex just as much as men, though, Hamp. I think men want it more. They just
said, CJ. Yeah, like it could end up being a 1-to-1 like outcome, but yeah, I don't think that they will like do like the shit that niggas gotta say I'm okay with to still have sex. I don't think women are doing that process.
No, I'm not.
Hey,
here's what I'm trying to understand. Here's what I'm saying, right? So they want to have sex. They still have societal pressures and standards that exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But since they have loosened up slowly but surely, right, over the last since the 60s, you know, what do you see? You see promiscuity increasing, right? But if they want sex, right, at a closer, maybe not just as much, but it's much closer than we originally thought. You know, I'm just looking at it like we do a lot of, and me included, especially, right? A lot of judging on how many niggas she fucking, right? But we saying the only reason why niggas ain't fucking because they can't. And women got to turn it down left and right and left and right, right? And you're going to have niggas that's going to seep through or niggas that's going to be super attractive. It's like we almost like overcorrect for the women when we see that their natural proclivity is a lot closer than ours than we initially realized.
That's what happens.
Absolutely.
You got a phone call.
Oh, so look, Granville, I want you to understand what I was retorting. He was making it seem like you a bunch of loser niggas is getting the pussy. That's what I'm saying. And on every level, kind of to your point, on every level though, there are the niggas who is them niggas. We talked about this before. So 19 to 25,
But
bro.
you were making it sound like all them niggas was. When
I never said that at all.
Range, most niggas not getting to.
Oh no. I never said that. I never said that at all. I was just refuting him saying that these niggas that's getting chicks is losers, and they not focusing on their bread and shit like that, and that's not true.
But when it comes to the bread, though, Sean, majority of them niggas they not kicked up at that age like that. Not the age he talking about. Them niggas.
But nobody got money at that age. So if we talking 19 to 25,
but that was.
Yeah, so it's not about money then.
My bad. I just want to argue with you, Sean, and Shy tonight. I want to argue with you.
But nobody has money though. That's what we're trying to understand. Nobody has money.
But so why is he inflating all this bread and shit? He come up here with this. I'm like, I don't get it. The promoter.
No, I was making a general statement. I didn't put age parameters on it.
That's
you put the age parameters on based on what you heard from him. I wasn't talking about age parameters.
But that I was trying to get so what I was trying to get you to do is put an age on it, because I felt as though August was talking about middle 20s going into your 30s, young niggas.
We went from 19 to 25 to middle 20s to the 30s now.
No, that's what I said.
That goalpost boy is going down the field.
I'm sorry, sir. You got it.
Boy, you pushing that sled, Granny. You pushing that goalpost like it's a sled.
You know better than me. You got it.
I do in this case. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
though,
you got it. You know better than me in this department, so you got it.
What I was talking about is like Pookie and Riri, like in the hood, that got nothing but time to be able to just do what they want. They got a lot of them niggas out there, and all they do, they may not strike all the time. They may not have a roster, but they do hit some of the time, and it's a lot of them. That's what I was talking about. Not the top 10%, not the niggas, not the super niggas that can buy bottles at the club. None of them niggas. That's not what I'm talking about. We know them. We know they eat. I'm talking about the ones that gotta do it full time. That's what I was saying.
So you using the least of us to make the argument, pretty much.
I think there's enough of us down there that it makes an argument.
Hey man, you and your round, y'all are.
Nah.
You and your Woody, you and your night war Woody. Hey,
been 4 years.
You and night war Slim down there?
Nah.
You saying it's a large nigga? Hold on, Granville. Hold on. So Strata, you saying it's a large number of black men who ain't shit, who are Pookie and Ray Ray?
That's what they complaining about. Didn't they say?
What I'm asking is, what you saying? A large number of us is Pookie and Ray Ray.
I ain't saying a large number of us. That's what I was talking about.
What you saying? Niggas put a jacket on niggas.
That's what the example I was giving though.
Yo, come on, man.
That was the example I was giving. That's all. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, that's who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, but now niggas done put a crazy jacket on niggas. Go ahead, Granny.
I don't think that's a crazy jacket. We've been listening to these women around here the last 4 years.
What that means? I don't even know what that means, to be honest.
They the ones, unless you niggas dating niggas, they the ones dating us. So I'm trying to figure out where all these high and mighty niggas coming from that y'all talking about.
So you saying you heard
got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women and bitches believe in crazy stories? Because the women around here been saying we ain't shit.
But are they saying niggas ain't shit because they broke, or niggas ain't shit because they cheat?
Niggas ain't shit. Period. It'd be a plethora.
No, because you keep on, but you're layering that. But you're layering that over the conversation, right? About some experience that you have with some 4 years that I don't know shit about, and frankly, I don't care.
All right, so you want to table
right? And now, here's what I'm asking you, because you over talking now. Here's what I'm asking you, right? What are they saying? What is it actually? Is it broke like what August introduced, or is it because the men are unfaithful? Break it down.
Low IQ, low EQ, broke, no drive, no leadership skills, weak, sassy, emotional. I gave you 8 right there. I gave you 8.
Okay, and those are the men that aren't having sex or are having sex.
That's the niggas that's fucking them, I guess. That's how they only get to that far to know that shit, right?
No,
they don't because they don't even give a nigga the time of the day if they don't find them attractive. They might give my conversation here, probably 2 texts, and then ghost the nigga.
They calling niggas sassy.
They gotta have spend some time with that nigga to figure out all this shit that they tell us.
They calling niggas sassy on panels, nigga.
Yeah, I get it, but I just named some shit.
okay,
but the shit that you named though is, and then what happens is, right? They'll deal with one nigga and then put that jacket on all niggas. That doesn't prove it. You saying that you making a word law.
I thought we were gonna listen to women in 2025 just to hear what they got to say.
What you thought? I'm saying you making a word law, and now we got to predicate our conversation based on what you heard in a bunch of arguments that meant nothing to nobody.
That's the reality of their life, though, man. But so you mean to tell me they bullshitting? I mean, because I don't know.
Because here's the other thing, right? Because you bringing in some. It's what is the other thing that's always said? They got standards for who?
The niggas they don't want.
All right then. So if they talk to a bunch of ugly ass niggas on the panel, they gonna tell them niggas all the shit that they don't want, and then put that jacket on the niggas on the panel because they don't think them niggas is attractive.
So it's really just out of emotion then.
Because they got a mad babies.
By who?
Niggas.
What kind of niggas? What niggas? What kind of niggas?
Tall niggas, short niggas, rich niggas, poor niggas, field niggas, house niggas.
Not the rich, well sophisticated niggas that Sean was talking about, I guess.
86% of them niggas is married. They got babies too. Shout out to Pookie and them niggas. Salute to August putting that jacket on 85% of us.
I ain't say 85.
Oh, my bad.
I left the number big for a reason.
I don't know, man. Hey, Shab, what's up, man? Salute to Nirvana, my nigga. What's popping, man? Like, you know what I mean?
I want to make sure I ended out this part of the discussion because I feel like I want to take it somewhere else a little bit. I want to make sure this part is cool.
All right, so Coach Tay was popping.
Wow.
Y'all want to add anything on this?
Hey y'all, what's up, Happy? No, y'all got this one. Let's listen.
Relly, what's popping, man?
I disagree. I think that whoremongers, y'all are insatiable, problematic, destroyers of the community, and I don't think that the majority of men have that modus operandi, even if they could, you know, because, you know, they would be worse. They could just play on women's emotions. Everybody can do that. Everybody just doesn't, you know, have that in them.
Oh,
to be honest.
If those men had access, they wouldn't take advantage of it.
I think that every man has access to women who look worse than them. You know? Right? So it's like, okay, you can't get the baddest bitches, but you can have 100 bodies of fat women. Like I said, bandit attorney.
No.
Okay.
What is the attitude of fat? What is the attitude of quote unquote fat women?
I guess low self-esteem, easier access, low hanging fruit.
You seen the attitude. No. You got Instagram, don't you? I just see you just like one of my pictures on
No,
Instagram.
I'm saying what men think about them.
You seen the statue?
I'm saying what men think about them.
What you mean?
Baby mamas too.
But really, it's not what it's what they think about themselves that puts men that are in their realm out of their realm. Because the statue girl is looking at niggas like me, like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out my face. And I'm like, we the same.
The statue girl is not looking at you like that.
What you think she's saying?
She gonna go be nice to her.
I gotta go hand over foot for the statue.
Hey, Hap.
It wouldn't be. That's crazy.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Y'all lucky y'all could hear me. Oh, now my shit tripping again.
Yeah, we can't hear you, CJ.
Hey, so I asked my nephew. Hey, my shit keep going in and out. That's why. Peace. But
we can't hear you.
Come back in,
Drop
nigga.
right quick, CJ.
Arnold ain't shit.
Like, it's really bad, bro.
Go ahead, Arnold.
The issue is those women who you saying will be easy pickings for the regular niggas don't want them regular niggas either. So your solution to the world's problems is not really a solution. They wouldn't be super niggas if they was just messing with the baddest of the bad, right? They pulling down, right, on all of the chicks. Word to Detroit, homie, right? They going from the 3s to the 10s, right? So we had conversations like this. I want to say when y'all was in Atlanta, that's why those chicks think that they are what they are, because they getting access to the guys that the other girls want.
So y'all couldn't put the tools in
just
the
saying
running?
I could go manipulate the women who are under me physically, right? Don't really make sense, because those women is still looking at the VIP.
At some point.
Wait, can I say this, man? If y'all can hear me.
Twos and ones is looking at the VIP.
Right?
Hey,
They have the same eyes. They the same women. They don't have a different set of attractions, right? Physical attractions than other women. They find the same stuff attractive as all the rest of the women. They don't have a different standard because they're less attractive.
So they all think they can pull Chris Brown. You telling me that?
Yes. If they was in the room, you couldn't tell them that they couldn't.
That's crazy.
Really, because you know what? Because not Chris Brown, but the aesthetic is fucking them. So when a nigga that want to be on some Huggy Bear shit with her, but then the aesthetic of Chris Brown call at 2-3 a.m., she leaving Barney in the bed. I've seen that before.
And we
So y'all think
Look at them niggas laughing up there. They all been that nigga. Look at them niggas laughing up there. Look at all them niggas up there laughing.
Hey, bro.
Hey, how my
Any
shit
one of
sound
these
now,
niggas
man?
that
How
ate some
my shit
leftovers I
sound,
paid for,
peace?
my nigga.
All
You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoyed it, my
crack
nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I can even buck that bitch.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I know, bro. It's crazy.
My shit sound cool. My shit sound cool now.
I knew she was gonna eat that appetizer when she bought it.
We hear you, CJ.
Go ahead, CJ.
All right, so I asked my nephew. I said, if you had the access, would you do it? He said, yeah, I would. He said, I know I'm a hypocrite. I thought to myself about an argument I had, and I said, I'm a hypocrite. Most niggas would do it, man, with the access. These niggas be lying, man. Don't believe this shit. Most niggas would do it with the access, like I said. Niggas eventually get tired because it's tiring going out chasing women. That shit get tiring. And like you got like, especially if you on your purpose, like my boy August said, you don't want to keep going now and fucking chasing women and men like repetition, or like what's it called, like a program, feel me? So a schedule. So most men don't want to. It's so chaotic going out there chasing hoes and trying to make. I might miss one day, I might hit this day, 2 days I miss. When you can just get you a girl, it's consistent, you like her, then you start to love her. So then now you got the feelings for the girl. So then that shit becomes consistent. That's how this shit happen for the niggas with access. Feel me? Then niggas, let me last point. Then niggas be having
Hold on, CJ, because you make a point and it don't make sense. And you talking about nigga finally chill. The nigga's 49 and a half, my nigga. Like, you acting like a nigga just sitting down. Hell nah.
You 30, motherfucker. You was 30 when you got you a wife, I think. Around 30.
Let the point
Niggas.
come out. God damn.
Go ahead.
Like, yo, niggas be in it exactly. Niggas be 36, 37, 38. Nigga done played in the street his whole life, my nigga. So yeah, your bones, but you wait for your bones to get rich.
Niggas don't play in the streets that long, man. Niggas be looking for.
It ruins the conversation. Like y'all gotta let the point come out. Come on.
He's a hater.
Right.
He hater, bro.
Niggas, you gotta pull niggas off the court. You gotta tell niggas they can't do it no more. But
That
if
ain't
you give
true.
affirmation, he gonna keep cooking. That's what I'm like. It's disingenuous as hell. Y'all know that.
That ain't true, peace. Niggas be like, all right, I'm gonna chill, man. But niggas might cheat a little bit. Yeah, niggas will do that. Feel me? Like, fuck
But then
it.
you
Fuck
can't
it.
say that. But then you can't say that they hung they
But
jersey
niggas gonna
up.
find them a girl where they could just relax, chill. Sometimes if it's thrown, not thrown their way, they'll take it.
That's not the same point. If you saying like, yo, he like her, but he doing this thing, niggas been doing that since they been 20, right? You got a girl that you gonna try to lie to because you like her a little bit, you want to kiss her on the lips, you want to have somebody to kick it with. When she smoke you, meaning when she catch you cheating, You try to do your huggy bear shit to get her back and keep her. You fighting niggas over her, but you still fucking Lisa.
That's true.
Just know that. Like, come on, come on, bro.
All right, I'll end on my good point. Feel me?
Go ahead, bro.
So y'all all ain't shit. That's what y'all telling me.
No, is that we ain't even get there yet, really. Hold on, let him make his
Oh,
last
okay.
point. And watch this, everybody. Do me a favor,
Think it's gonna
don't
end there.
interrupt him so he can see how it looks. Go ahead, CJ.
I think I made my point. Feel me? I'm gonna end
No,
it on
your
my good
good point.
point.
The good point. Go ahead.
Yeah, my good point. Oh, I made it, motherfucker. All of them was good.
You just said that. You said
You
that.
said now. Let me end on my good point.
I said I'll take back my bad point and I'll finish it with my good point that I made.
What's the good
Nephew,
point?
say deuces, bro. Deuces. All right, nephew out of here.
Nephew. Be safe, nephew. What was the good point though? Go ahead.
Shit, that most niggas would do it if they had the access. Feel me? Niggas would do it if they had the access. And like my boy Chris Rock said, niggas only have space for us their options. Niggas can act like they want it. And when like I said to August, all right, I'll end it there.
Maybe somebody said something in the chat. Do you know what to find out? Let's go. This is gonna be epic. The boogie woman Sherelle has arrived. I think she might do more learning today, to be honest. Cali Bad for the 2000. CJ is a pimp in his own fucking rhymes. Miss Valerie Ship. Miss Val was popping with the 20 bosses. Hello, everyone. You were missed last night. Yeah, I humbly apologize, man. You know, I very rarely do that. I hope I get some grace for yesterday, and it won't happen again. Scouts honor, man. Onika, but remember for 10 months. Salute, my G. Onika Sue with the $2. Negro blasphemy will not be tolerated. Yeah, Sean was talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh niggas. Ed with the $2 says, y'all would have a better convo without the extremes. Okay. Jonathan with the $10. Easy example. Ellipsis. The John that snapped on him for saying women are average. She went crazy, started talking about his Philips Hue lights. Yeah, those bulbs is expensive. There he is.
What up, buzzing, bird, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
This is my brother Darius in the building who gifted 5 memberships, man. Whoever got blessed with one, welcome to the family, and please maintain it. So what's the issue, man? So we talking about all this promiscuity, right? What you think the issue is, Tay? The whoremongers or the whores? It's a broadcast.
I mean, everybody participating, but my thing is the whoremongers are being hypocrites because y'all participating and choosing these whores and sleeping with them, you know? So don't do that and then complain about it. But we all got to make better choices. I understand that. But don't
I got you, Sean.
blame it on the women for being whores because again, y'all participating, y'all choosing them, y'all out here fucking them and all types of things. So I feel like the discipline is not there at all. I don't see
Smoke
it.
up boots on them.
Haven't
You
seen
missing
it.
it, Tay. You missing it, Tay. The whoremongers do not complain about the hoes, right? The dudes who don't have the access complain about the hoes.
So
Right.
right,
But
I understand.
the
But
concept is
he asked me what I thought though.
no. I'm saying that they don't complain about the hoes. Mostly, I'm saying CJ is a minority, right? He's almost not even accepted into the whoremonger universe, my nigga, because he be complaining about the hoes.
But you do because body count matters to you. So you do.
To who though? Not to the whoremongers are saying, hey, this is part of the game.
Okay. Well, how about this? A woman's body count matters to a man. That matters very much so.
Yes.
So you
I want to say that the value of it is not the same for a homeowner.
You're participating, but you're complaining about having a woman or maybe ending up with one that is a whore or maybe was a whore in her previous days. So you can't have it both ways.
I don't think
you can't have it both.
that the voices that you hear that complain from is usually coming from the whoremongers.
Facts.
The only whoremonger that don't complain about the hoes is Sean. The rest of these whoremongers, they be complaining. From Fantastic to Hamp, even though he reformed, they be complaining. They be calling whoremongers the foul, saying that they're problematic.
That's not a complaint.
The only ones that don't complain is Sean.
Well, that's a mischaracterization. To say something is defiled because he didn't take ownership over her is facts.
So y'all be talking about the hoes. Y'all don't want to marry the hoes. Y'all don't want to be with the hoes. Y'all
But
think
I
the
was
hoes is
what I'm
problematic.
saying is I disagree with Arnold because the truth is we want a whoremonger, and then we want to find one that wasn't a part of that pot.
That's what Tay's saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just saying. I agree with that.
I'm go ahead, Shredder.
Yep. I think this boils down to seasons and intentions. Hoes ain't going nowhere. They never been nowhere. Ain't gonna go nowhere. There are times in your life where you fucking on hoes, and that's what you into. There's a time in your life when you get serious. When you get serious, you change what you looking for. But how you stop hoes complaining about them ain't gonna stop them. They're gonna keep coming around. They're gonna keep fucking. And most of the time, them hoes that the whoremongers fuck, they're your homegirls. They're your aunties. They're your people. So like it's kind of inevitable. So I think that because their intentions is a whole and people are exercising their intentions, I don't really see how even any of that's part of the conversation. If your intention is girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage, why would that even matter?
So most of them hoes?
No. I don't think most women are hoes. I think that hoes are hoes.
So it's specific. It's a specific amount of women, but I agree with y'all. Actually, I agree with y'all.
Hey Tay, who's the problem? The drug dealer or the drug addict? My bad, Granny. I'm sorry. I think I got a delay. My bad, bro.
You got it.
My bad. You got it. My bad. I'm sorry. I think I got a delay.
I'm just trying to figure out how do we separate them, because I don't know how.
It's a Uno reverse card. The same exact thing.
No, wait, stop. Arnold, Tay, Hamp, and Strata. How do I separate and tell the difference?
Separate what?
The hoes from the non-hoes. How do I know? I don't know how. I don't
Where's
want to.
that question coming from? That's what I'm asking.
I don't want to marry a hoe. How can I tell the difference?
You have to ask. You can't tell the difference, honestly, right? You try to identify behaviors, but you got to ask the pointed question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Period.
So I got to vet it.
You got to vet the hell. What's your body count?
So
how you know? Listen, what's your body count? How you know that nigga? How you know this nigga? How you know that nigga?
Listen, so
My bad.
Would it be safe to go with? Okay, so my mind is going two sides. They all hoes until I find out, or let's find out and see if she's a hoe. What mindset should I have?
What in your mind keeps you safer?
Okay, got you.
My boy said I'm tired of saying hoes until proven otherwise. Hey Tay, who's the problem more so? The drug dealer or the drug addict? Who's the problem in that scenario?
The supplier.
The drug dealer is the problem?
The supplier. The drug dealer is the problem.
Good. So if there was nobody to sell to, could the drug dealer sell drugs?
So I get your point, but it's not the same.
Why not?
Because we're talking about real life. None of us are drug addicts or drug dealers. So we're talking about men not being whores, right? But women being whores and y'all not liking it. Is that what I'm hearing?
No. I'll tell you, he asked you about the whores and the whoremongers. Tay. I'm saying, right? I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand why you said it. I don't understand why the people that's out here passing pussy out like government cheese is the problem more so than the person that's saying, "Oh shit, some cheese." I like cheese.
No, I don't think that's what we're talking about. We're talking about you just not being able to keep it in your pants. It's not about somebody else's action. Like it takes to tango. I mean, you asked the question. I'm just saying, like, it's everybody's responsibility, sir. However, she does have to open her legs, but you're gonna say whatever it takes for her to do that, right?
Okay. Sean, every ask the question.
You're gonna do whatever it takes for her to do.
She said it takes two to tango. Right. All right, but cool. All right, so look.
This question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tay, if they throw cheese in the air and the rats come out and eat it, you gonna blame the rats?
It's instinct. So no, I'm not gonna blame the rats. However,
You think-
rats would have stayed where they were.
Don't say anything about biological impairment. You know, Mr. Fantastic
They
drop
could
on
have
the
stayed
cloud.
where they
Don't-
were
don't-
though. They had the choice, but they didn't. They chose to go get the cheese, right?
I thought rats don't even like cheese. They like peanut butter.
Right.
This y'all ain't grow up with
They eat
rats.
almond
Y'all
butter
really
too.
not out the
Cheese
project.
goes stale. No, cheese just goes stale when you leave it
Yeah.
out. Peanut butter don't. That's the difference.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
like cheese, but the peanut butter will stay.
Yeah.
Viable.
Wait, don't let her off the hook. Hold on, really?
Nah, go ahead. Sherelle started talking about science.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the. Okay, go
So
ahead.
hold on, yeah, hold the fuck on, Tay. Now,
Hold on, what minute are you
now,
talking
now look, the man then throwed all this nice cheese in the air.
Okay, talk
You know
to me
what I'm
now.
saying? And now the rats then came out and ate the cheese.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, if the cheese ain't in the air, what can the rats eat, Tay? What they gonna eat?
Yeah, it's a moot point, sir. Regardless, you
Is it?
still need to be. You're a man, right? So that requires discipline in itself. So why can't I expect, as a woman, why can't I expect you to follow suit and keep your man figure in your pants?
So are women required to have discipline?
Of course, but just
Okay,
because I expect the person to my right to do the right thing doesn't mean they're going to do it.
So,
I'm only responsible for what I do.
so
to
even
the
if I don't keep it in my pants, if the woman is disciplined, can I get some sex? What's the confusing part?
The confusing part is how you're still trying to flip it. We're talking about the man's discipline, yes. Like, how did it's the woman's fault because she.
No.
talking about
You were asked about the whores versus the whoremongers, and so you fixated on the whoremongers as if we can have access without the whores being whores. We can't.
But you can.
How
Because again,
so?
because you'll say and you'll do whatever it takes, sir. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
What if they
Exactly.
But what if they're but what if their standard for what it takes to get the draws was higher?
And again, we go back to the point that y'all were talking about before. Women want as much as you do. So if she wants it, she gonna give it to you. So what's the problem? I'm confused.
No. So okay, this is what I was trying to say when I cut off Granville. I think it's an Uno reverse. It's just like the access question on the other side. I think that woman is a hoe, right? She just might not have the access the same. So the one that's saying, "Oh, I'm chilling, I'm not really outside," she keeping herself locked in the house, ain't going out, ain't entertaining nobody. It's easy for that chick to say she not a hoe, right? But the one that's really entertaining dudes, going out on dates, doing that stuff, it's much harder for her, right, to keep saying no to a man that she's physically attracted to. So I want to say that even if the man's saying no, she still could be a hoe.
Okay, and vice versa.
Does vice versa work right there?
Cause she a hoe up here. She want to go. Her wanting to go is the first step.
It's gonna always be there, honey. The desire is gonna always be there. It's about
desire. Yeah, it's not desire. If you, long as you control the desires.
that's the discipline part. Like, come on, miss me with that.
But
Sir.
if she's sitting in the house, she can't say that she really got discipline. The same as a chick that's really outside.
That's a fact.
She can't turn her nose up at the chicks that's really outside getting after it.
But you can though, right? Is that what we saying?
No, I'm saying that. No, we're saying that it's an equal on both sides. We're saying that the men who don't have access, who are staying in the house away from the women, it's easy for them to say they high and mighty, and I ain't no whoremonger, right? But if you was outside looking at women, dealing with women on a daily basis, would you be saying no every day?
Would
you? And what Arnold is saying, them niggas that won't fuck her, she don't want fuck them at all. It's no niggas that she won't. So she's grandstanding on that shit as if she got niggas that she would give the play.
That's some BS. Because listen, it's locked down until you get the right one, and then it's not
That's
anymore.
not fucking true.
Okay, it absolutely is.
Nah,
okay,
nah,
it absolutely
nah.
I'm here to tell you. I'm a test.
Talk that shit.
It absolutely is. I
Man, why
promise.
y'all let her off them ropes, man? Y'all started talking, let her off them ropes.
Whatever.
She fighting for her life.
time, dog. All right.
You fight for your life. Down goes Frazier, man.
Fine, listen, I lose. You got it. You got it, sir.
So look, I got a question. So the whoremongers are the ones that can't get next to the pussy, that want to get to the pussy but can't. They whoremongers too, or no? It's only the ones that's getting access to it.
The one that are actually completing the assignment with the numerous amounts, and the allegation is that the overwhelming majority of men would be whoremongers if they had an opportunity.
If they had access. All right.
But instead, motherfuckers is talking about how they discipline, when the truth is, if Mike Tyson said everybody got a plan until they get hit.
All right, I can see that. I can see that.
All right, let me read these real quick. I see Cheeky smirking, snarling up his face and all that. You know what I mean? KG, what's poppin'? Shalom Ak, what's goody with the $2? Salute. Cheek in the building. Remember for perfect. Man, this is hilarious. Cammy, what's poppin' with the $2? Salute, beautiful panel. Cook, we got you. Perfect. Man, y'all really scared me when I didn't see the show last night. Glad everyone is okay. Everyone's just fine. It's 100% my fault for sure, man. My exhaustion getting caught up doing calculus problems till 12 a.m. Got me caught up, Riri. So we definitely here. I humbly apologize for not being on my square in totality while not alerting people. That usually doesn't happen. So hopefully I can get the grace necessary to continue. And most high willing, we will definitely see y'all next Wednesday for sure, man. Salute.
And when I'm feeling broke.
Next Tuesday, salute.
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40, this shit like $25.
Perfect. Really appreciate you. Cammy with the $2. Hoes carry STDs, baggage, trauma, and child support. Darius with the $5. All y'all guilty. Sentencing reads as follows. Indefinite community service. Y'all are responsible to clean up the whole community. Good luck. Laugh out loud. Cheek with the $5 says, you cannot separate the supplier from the buyer. They are equally bad, logically speaking. Can't have one without the other. It is simple! Exclamation point.
Brother.
I did not mean to hit that. Mr. Fantastic. No, we good. Mike Brown, but remember for 23. Perfect. Mike Brown in the building, the first ever member of this might be rich. Hamp said come on, Mike. God damn. Tay, if you sleep with the Mike, you could have used your 23 months.
Oh, now, right? Come on, Mike.
Congratulations on 40,000. You could have said anything else. You bringing up old shit. Bino with the $5 says, Arnold, the best super nigga analyst. John Madden 5. Perfect. Damn, son. What's up, Cheek?
How everybody feeling? Hopefully everybody good.
Mm-hmm.
This has been an interesting conversation. I think we got to stop with the whole idea of most men, if they could, would. I don't think that's the case. I think when we start doing stuff like examining who's outside, and then we look at the thing you looked up, which is the average amount of bodies that a man has is 8, and a whoremongerer, we've already agreed, is 50 plus. We're talking about the extreme ends of something. I don't think most men can or want to be on the extreme end because they don't know how to handle that. Like, I don't even know if they can. I don't even know if they want to.
But cheeky, hold on, Ham. Hold on, Ham.
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm
for them 88ers, let's call them the 88ers, the average dude. How many women are they turning down?
It's not about how many that they're turning down, but more so about how much are they approaching. Like, I think the issue, because the thing you brought up was, it's easy for a man to say, I'm being dick disciplined if I'm not outside. But we would agree most men are outside though, right?
Hey, Cheeky, you ain't been on the panels enough lately, Cheeky.
Oh,
if they knock down 8, we know the closing number, right, is probably 10%.
Okay, so
right, You're talking 80 to 100 told them no. So if 80 to 100 told them yes, where would they be?
So we're speculating. We really don't know. First of all,
We know what the average closing rate is.
10%.
We don't know.
If you got to 8 bodies, you had a lot of no's.
We don't know the average closing rate because people could be selective in who they pick. Maybe they're picking people that want them.
Get the fuck, gee, come on, my nigga.
I'm just saying, we making this assumption that every nigga's out here just shooting 1,000 shots. Him, wait, stop. No, we're gonna do this based off of what we see from these meetups. How many of these niggas was actually talking to the girls that was outside?
Not a lot.
More than you know, more than you think.
Yeah,
DMs is crazy. Niggas can get extorted. Cheeky.
Wait, hold on.
Remember, see, so the meetups like the.
He just said
you asked a question.
But Arnold answered. I'm my bad. I know you was answered. Go ahead. My fault.
I've been to all the meetups.
Well, I'm talking about just generally. Now, this I forgot. There was but your meetups count too. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't salute to everybody who.
Yeah, you're right.
Yo, there'd be a lot of shit going on, bro.
There'd be a lot. Okay,
even
so
at the other ones, right?
Okay,
because there's brothers that had meetups that I have admiration for their grind, so I had conversations with them. Shit be going down. You heard?
Okay, sure. Now, how many of those people?
Grown ups we talking about?
Okay,
right?
Yeah, sure, yeah. For all
that have familiarity, so it's a warm lead. It actually makes sense.
Okay, so how many of those men do you think every single man that has come to the meetups? What percentage of men do you think?
Every single is
okay. So, do you think a majority of the men that have come to the meetups have shot and they shot?
Yes.
You think a majority?
Yes, the niggas that's available.
Hey, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm unfamiliar with y'all niggas' game.
Cheeky. Hey, where you going after this? Is a light shot.
Yeah, it's a light shot.
Don't play no game, Cheeky.
That's a light shot. That's a light shot. Yeah, that's a little finger roll, a little jelly. Okay.
Joe, but the thing is though, see the fella's not even on no wild shit though. They see the woman, right, that they saw on the panel, right? They see her in person and they think she attractive. They can at least tell the intellect whether or not they agree with it. And you found that these conversations have been substantive. It ain't even been on no like, oh, I'm trying to smash her. It's like, oh, such and such actually really cool. And she actually attractive. And niggas actually having a conversation.
So if they're not shooting so when I'm thinking shooting a shot, I'm thinking like casual sex, not anything beyond that. But
there's an interest there, right? Cheek, whatever it falls to, I have no idea.
Okay, see, and that's where I'm thinking, because I'm thinking the way I'm saying not me being outside, but I'm thinking how I know niggas to be outside be. There ain't no relationship talk. This is you trying to fucking move on.
28. The average is 36.
That's true too. I forgot y'all old. Fuck. I ain't think about that part. Shit.
Hey, you really, y'all got milk on your breath. Everybody else, like, you know what I'm saying?
What is the milk on your breath?
Y'all got the Neo Shore too, the one like y'all was pre-me, so y'all need the extra density. Granny just drinking a regular Similac. He almost done.
That young punk.
Hell, I know you're not talking about premature with CTE. You gotta chill.
Damn, Cheeky lost service, man. Like shit, subscribe.
Like of all the people to be talking this way, you can't be the one. We need Sean or DJ Strider. Okay, people who we know got all their brain cells, not from colliding with cars. D1 athlete talking about something. We got all the milk, baby. Okay. All right, but anyway, my point was because I'm thinking right now that I put that in perspective, I can see that, especially since y'all older too. That makes more sense. Mm-hmm. So the shots that you shoot, are we saying they're more intentional?
I'm saying I've seen intention come from those shots. I'm not saying you're absolutely incorrect. I think that mortality starts to come to fruition as you get older and people start to look for things that are a little bit more substantive just naturally, right? Especially as we amass things that are worth losing, you see people start to be more intentional. But I think initially, if that woman were to have sex with them that night, that day, they would definitely do it for sure. You know what I'm saying?
But do we? I don't know if most men would be whoremongers though. That part is the part I don't know. I would agree. A whoremonger.
Let me ask
Can
you a
I?
question, Cheek.
Go ahead.
Your
Go ahead.
friends, how many friends you got? Not like us, but like the ones that you on the daily, right?
Like solid 5 to 6.
Yeah, I
Had
think
a
that's
only
reasonable.
every day, like almost every day.
Locked in 6, right? They
Yeah.
single. They get access.
No, they're not. They're
No,
not.
I know.
But if they were,
Hypothetically, yes, sir.
okay, I got you.
My bad.
Yeah.
They single.
Okay.
What's their modus operandi? They getting it.
Oh yeah, it's going crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like if I think about it, if I'm and I keep it a bean, the whole city kind of fucked up. Wow. I'm not even lying. Like I'm not gonna lie. If I gotta keep it a bean and just be genuine about it, yeah, city fucked up.
City is
fucked up.
on fire. No pun intended.
We probably not gonna like do. Nah, we wildin'.
Niggas is wildin'.
Yeah, we wildin'. All right. Maybe y'all got it. That shit
going crazy, son.
So are we saying there's nothing stopping men from being whoremongers besides opportunity?
Access.
I don't believe that. Hell,
I don't think you got to stop thinking of the world as an outlier, like through your eyes. Most men don't have principles like that.
I'm not even thinking it from my eyes. I'm thinking of it from like history too. Do we think most men in history would whoremongers?
They would.
Right. Hold up. The whole conversation about biological imperative is that.
Is what? Is being a whoremonger?
That this is what the men are driven by.
Yeah.
That's how we get the
Like,
money. Essentially why
like,
it's-
I guess
most men is driven by
I get
trying
what
to
you're
get to
saying.
heaven.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I think I'm shit. Y'all right there. If that's the case, like there's nothing stopping men from going besides the green light.
No, cheap. Like what Marcus said, right? And I know it's not.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's. I feel like
let's
that's
say your man fly in, right? He
Okay,
flying
yeah.
to Atlanta, right? And y'all want single, all that. Niggas get off the fucking plane, my nigga. Niggas be on the tarmac. That's the first thing they say. When
Where
they
the hoes
see
at?
you, they don't ask you about nothing but where the hoes at.
Where the hoes at? Yeah.
And guess what else though? You got to answer. That's the
Okay,
great
so
part about it.
so well, yeah, we do got to answer. But the question is, right? Because you asked a couple of questions, or at least I came in with you coming to asking a question: is what is worse, or not? What is worse? Are whoremongers good for the community?
Well, I made it. I asked the question. So Tay
What was the
and
question?
Sean
Yeah.
were going back and forth. What did I ask specifically? Who was more at fault, or what did I say? What's more of an issue, the hoes or the whoremongers?
Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is it? That was
Then
the
you
question.
keep proceeding to lie.
But fault is I don't know if I want to put fault, but who's more of an issue? I think is better laid.
It depends. Well, see, now we got to go into the like how we doing society thing, because if we believe in men being the leaders and patriarchy and all of that, that's on y'all. I'm a house husband, so I don't subscribe to that shit. That's on y'all. The ones that's like the super macho men. Oh, men are the leaders. It's your fault. Now, if you take from my ideology, which is, hey, we equal here, it's your fault and it's my fault. But if you are the leader and you the one who's supposed to be keeping all this together because you're a strong man and you raising 60s and she better get right on your program, then it's your fault, nigga. It's all on you. But if you, from my cut, I'm gonna say, bro, she autonomous. She got her own decision to make. You got your own decision to make. Who's fighting the train?
Me. My bad.
So
I got a train by my house.
Oh, okay.
You want to eliminate the issues. Which one would you eliminate first?
It would depend on ideology. So I would say the men, I would say the men would be the thing to stop it, right? Because if I have to think about how this plays out, there was a time where women weren't so sexually
Sexually,
how do you put it?
like
Sexually
allowed.
open. Like, right. There was some level of restraint regimen given by men that said you cannot and will not do this. And it's the same men that also said, well, we kind of want to change that. So it's like I have to put it on one or the other. Is it have to be men? Because due to patriarchy and all of that, y'all kind of been in lead. We kind of been in lead with that. We could have maintained that, but we chose not to for whatever the reason. So unless we want to go back to like y'all women being chaste and men enforcing that, like legit enforcing it. And if you do have sex with somebody's daughter, you gotta marry her. A shotgun wedding. If we want to go back to that, men holding men accountable in that way, we can. But I don't think nobody want to do that. I don't think men want to do it. I don't think women want to do it. I think everybody want to be whores. So maybe I got it all wrong. Everyone wants to be a whore or a whoremonger, and it is what it is. And now we still got hoes and niggas. That's what it is. Like, cause think about it. How many of y'all niggas really want to have sex with somebody, meet their brother and they daddy with a shotgun in his hand and say, after having sex or you got her pregnant, whatever the case, you got to marry her? Niggas is not trying to marry these girls after they smash on a whim. I'm not trying to do that. Like, she look pretty. She wearing a nice tight little black dress. She at the club trying to fuck and move on. And guess what she trying to do? The same thing. So it just kind of works out. Now we the world full of hoes. So damn, it's just kind of something for niggas like that's not trying to be that. And then the niggas that's not trying to be that, they like 35 now. So it's too late. You already made too many hoes. And the niggas that's too young and not on that time, it's like, bruh, I'm trying to find a wife. And then you looking at the nigga next to you and he 35. Yeah, me too, man.
That hair
So
wrap too tight.
what was you doing at 25? Man, I was fucking.
That do be too tight on your head, my nigga. The hair wrap.
Saying nothing. First of all, you're not a whore. We all know that. So I just don't understand what you even talking about.
Who?
Because we talking about dick discipline and stuff, right? And Cheeky, have you practiced dick discipline? I mean,
absolutely. But we just had a discussion. I'm one of the few.
Right. But you talking about whores, but you can't relate.
What you mean I can't relate? Like I can't see them or talk to women that have had multiple sexual partners?
No, we're talking about you not being a whore. So what are you talking about? What experience do you have to?
Wait, so let me ask you this. You have to have sex in order to identify a whore if she identifies herself as a whore too? I
mean, well, whoring requires sex.
Huh?
I was just wondering, like, what was the point of view from you?
Does a lawyer have to break the law in order to defend the criminal that he's defending?
Well, that's law, and that's a lawyer. It's a process, right?
But he has no experience breaking any law. So how in the world could he know how to defend a lawyer or defend his criminal?
Well, he learns the laws.
Okay, and you can learn a lot about people when they open their mouth and say, I slept with this many amount of men with no commitment, no understanding, not knowing who he is. I opened my legs repeatedly just to get dick over and over and over. I don't have to experience that to go, you a whore. Sorry.
No, I understand. What I'm saying is it happens on both ends too. But also,
and guess what we call them? A whoremonger. We've already identified two different groups. A whore and a whoremonger. One's for men, one's for women. What's the issue?
There's no issue. We're just saying two different things. It's okay.
Oh, so where's this question about experience coming from? What does that matter?
Because I'm just trying to figure out what you're talking about. Like, you don't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's no.
Where are you lost?
Total experience. There's no. Oh yeah, I understand what y'all are talking about because you haven't had the opportunity to practice it. That's the way everybody else is talking about them being whoremongers because they haven't been practicing. Short of, I think, Strata or whoever that Sean, somebody hasn't been practicing the discipline.
I love an op fight. Come on, fight back, Chief.
We're not. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
It's not a fight. It doesn't make any sense. Like it's like asking people who haven't done a certain thing, how can you make a comment about something that you haven't done as if you don't have eyes or any idea or logic or any experience from the own people's mouths to explain this is my experience and this is what I've done and how I've come about doing this thing.
Again, so okay. Let's talk about, let's break down something more masculine. So if I learn how to build a bridge, right, and then you don't know how to build the bridge, I can't talk to you about building the bridge.
Yes, you can. You can teach me. You can tell me, here are the things you need to do to build a bridge.
I haven't done myself, and I can't expect that of you either because I haven't done that myself.
So how do you expect anybody to learn anything? Are you telling me professors in college
about
Wait, hold on.
any-
Wait. Let me finish. Are you telling me that all the students that are in college currently who have no experience doing any of the field of study that they're in aren't legitimate because they haven't done it themselves, but somebody's teaching them how to do a certain thing and teaching them certain concepts, and they can apply that concept to build something new or make some sense of the thing that they're learning? What are you saying?
No, I'm not saying that because I went to college, sir. But I'm also saying I learned more after I graduated, after I got more experienced in the world, living life that I know about.
And
I've
okay,
learned
so
from here.
great.
I can say that too.
Great. So
I get the point,
did you
but
get hired? Did you get hired due to your experience, or did you get hired due to your understanding the concept of something?
I actually did. They did consider my experience and my education.
What
Yeah.
experience did you have in college without a job?
What I had a job. That's what I'm like. You're not talking to a regular person, sir. Okay, so let's start there.
The point is,
but
did you go through an internship?
You're trying to make a point that's moot. The topic at hand, what I'm saying is, what do you have to contribute to it?
What do you mean?
What you're saying is like, why are you saying
What I
it?
have to contribute to it is my experience through conversation and learning about people.
Sir, because the conversation is different than the action. Yeah. If I tell you one thing until I'm blue in the face, it doesn't matter until you see me do it and you see the product manifest.
That's
right?
not true. Because
Okay.
if that was the if that was the case,
I'm not, because it's not that serious. It's fine.
yeah. So if it's not that serious, why try to discredit what someone is saying
I'm
instead
not
of going?
saying. I'm just wondering why you're saying it. That's why I was.
I'm saying it because it's evident. There's evidence to follow what I'm saying.
But you don't have the evidence.
Do you need to be a part of a study to say that this study is legitimate? I'm laughing too. That's crazy.
You're right. You don't. No, you don't. To answer your question, no.
That's the point. You
can read
don't
about
need.
it. You right. You can read about it and experience it that way.
And guess what? And that is enough for us to use science, math, and everything else to go, this is legitimate.
Okay. But I think the person experiencing the study would have more to talk about and have more to
Sure, they may have more, but they wouldn't exclude people. They wouldn't exclude people. They wouldn't exclude and discount people who weren't part of that study. All they would say is, I have a different experience because I was a part of the study. That's all they would say.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that the people who participated, their input is more valuable to the study.
That's not true. They're just guinea pigs.
Got
the people who have more value or more importance are the scientists that conduct the experiment, not the person that's in it. You're just a guinea pig. Learn to be a pawn and stay in a pawn's place and let the kings and chess masters move the chessboards around. Not you per se. I'm just saying it's the idea. Just because you're a part of something doesn't mean that you're better than because you've experienced the thing. The person that organized it and put it all together is actually the mastermind, and they're the most important people. They're the people that matter, not you.
Well, now you're projecting because I never said anything about anybody being better.
Okay, I'm not saying.
No, that's not
more important. Oh, I'm sorry. You said more important, not better. You said
don't-
more important. My apologies. Not better, but more important. That I thought that was synonymous, but it's not.
Valuable. It's all valuable.
Valuable, not better, but more valuable or more important, which is close to better. But that's just me.
No, because it's all important. You're not speaking for me. It's all important, but what I'm saying was the more valuable part was the people who.
I got you. You're right. I should not have misconstrued your words. You're right on that, Tay. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Apologies. Do you accept it?
Yeah,
there we go.
So, but here's the thing, right? Because we're trying to implicate, right? So the difference about this play that's being run is the evaluation is happening by the people that are in the experiment. So the scientists are the people that are actually doing the task. And so when we implicate simply based on the theory of men being the leaders, does the experience in said task matter at that juncture? Because the sexual marketplace has a different hierarchy because women control access to sex. So we can't then conflate men are the leaders in the earth with the sexual marketplace. That isn't one-to-one. And if you're not in it to experience it, how would you know?
How would I know? Say that last part again.
That's hyperbolic. I'm saying I said it absolutely because you can talk to a friend But when you actually in it and things are manifesting in real time, how can you just make a determination when you're not playing the game?
Right, which is why I said it's based on the ideology, right? Like, if you have that ideology and you're actively participating, you're part of the problem. If you hold the ideology that men are the leaders and you're actively having casual sex or trying to be a whoremonger, that's your goal or whatever the case. Now you have to take accountability and responsibility for that. I don't come from that premise or that idea that men are the leaders and that they take sole responsibility. I think there's an equal share. And I think that most modern relationships show that it's an equal share, that no man or woman is above another in a relationship, that you kind of got to work 50-50. And if there is a chance that someone needs to step up, somebody has to, right? And it looks different in different ways. With that approach, that means that y'all both take some level of accountability, because you can't say a man is the leader and then not taking accountability for your actions. And then you can't say a woman's the leader and she can't take full accountability. It's a split decision. You made a decision and she made a decision.
There's a split for sure, right? But look at this.
Yeah.
But we say women control access to sex. Emphasis on the word control. Right? And then what does that look like in terms of sexual encounters in sexual marketplace? So when people are saying that, right, and Strata starts describing why they do control access based on his tangible experience, regardless of the study, I would give it more credence because he actually went through that fire.
And sure, I mean, by all means, you can say something is more credible, more credence because of an experience, but that doesn't take away from what's the idea of what's going on either, though. Like, regardless of him saying, I feel as if it's more due to my experience, if you look at it objectively speaking, both y'all have to either take accountability or you have to take complete accountability for your actions. None of those things change through experience or not, unless it was unwilling, unless it was not asked for or it was not consensual. Then that accountability aspect goes to another place. But in most cases, if it's consensual, a consensual act between the two, y'all have to take accountability for what you do, 100% on your end, 100% on her end.
So you reject the premise that women control access to sex.
I don't reject it if it's consensual. Yeah, if it's consensual, she controls that. Like, she has the ability to say,
access
"I
to
want."
sex. Period. Women control access to sex.
I don't know. I don't know if I could say that, because I can think of situations where men set a atmosphere and that access and the restriction to it is a lot more open or available. So it's not just women control access, because at the same time men control or can control the mood. And you
ultimately
you wait. You hold on. HAMP has talked about this. So
I fought that premise several times. I think I lost the first time. I ain't gonna hold. When I hit in live stream, I'm like, I think I got my ass kicked.
I'm just saying this is
I
where
won the second time, but it was much less opposition.
Ultimately, even if the mood is
go ahead.
Even if the mood is set, ultimately she can still say no. So she has ultimate universal control over who has sex. That's just what it is.
Men also have the ability to say no.
Wait. So hold on. If you
but men ain't gonna say no.
Yeah, but men have the ability to say no.
They do, but most of the time.
August, you're married, so
yeah.
any woman that comes try to have sex with you right now, you're gonna say no.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Then you're the person in control of the access.
I'm not the average person, so we're talking about most of the time. I'm one of the guys that says no. I'm the one that actually have real dick discipline because I don't accept access to sex outside of my wife. But most niggas would. So we're talking about the majority of niggas. Most niggas would say yes. So when we talk about the access, most men would say yes.
In August,
and you just agreed to that.
Piggyback on this, right? That's why what I was listening what Tay is saying. Because do y'all know what the lengths niggas go to get pussy?
Yeah.
Niggas is renting yachts, getting shot, fucking in another nigga bed while the Timbs is next to it. Niggas is risking their lives on a daily. Niggas is crashing out for vagina. Like that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Y'all
so-
see what men be doing, and y'all act
So-
like it's just a straight flip of the switch. Like niggas just wilding over cheeks. Like that's and when you in it, bro. Yo, one time this girl, she was not attractive, my nigga. I waited till 2:59. I came outside with the snorkel on and the ski mask and a bandana, my nigga, to go to her shit. Nigga, I out of nowhere they start playing 007 music, nigga. Then, then I'm jumping and shit. I'm going through like just stupid shit, man. Like, come like.
And look, I think the point that they're trying to drive, and this is the thing that we can't even say that this is not true. Ultimately, pussy run the world. The reason why men gain access usually is to get next to more pussy. They get more money, more status, more whatever. So ultimately, the reason why we're doing this is to get more access to more women. That's what it ultimately boiled down to.
The thing is, when we're saying women have or control access to sex, it's not an absolute control. That's the point that I'm hinting at or getting at. It's not absolute. Majority of the time, what is it that y'all say is she on go, all you got to do is not fuck it up. That sounds to me like you have access or you have the ability to control and manipulate the access. It's on you. So if we're saying that the access is dependent on you, then it's a shared access.
You have to understand, right? The person that's the aggressor in every scenario is usually, or in most scenarios, is usually the man. The man is trying to gain access to something versus a woman trying to gain access to a man. Typically, women don't try or don't have to gain access to men. Typically, women are denying men, whereas men are usually approaching women. That's what we're talking about. So when we look at it in the overall, it's nothing is absolute, which would be a ridiculous argument to make. But when we look at it in the overall senses, most women grant access to sex. To make your point mute.
Question. When she say stop, what y'all do?
You fucking stop.
Okay, that's so.
Hey, Cheek, I got to follow up, bro.
Okay, go ahead.
So if the way you're thinking about it, you don't all the way bound to women having access or them controlling access to sex, right? You think that men have more control than they do?
I don't think it's more control. I think it's shared.
It's shared.
I think it's more shared than what we give credence to.
But more or less still applies to shared though.
Okay, well, I would say women have more for sure. I can't. Right? Yeah, I can't say like men have more because then at that point we get into dangerous territory, right? Like we're all saying something crazy. So I think women have more for sure.
Okay.
Even to like Coach Tate point, real quick. Even to like Coach Tate point, you don't even think about a man telling a woman to stop. Like we in the act and you're like stop, and a woman has to be like, okay, I'm gonna stop. Like we don't even think about it in that premise because that's how much it don't happen. If that makes sense.
Nigga, you gay?
How often?
Right. That way nigga be like, because you got a man has to jump through some hoops to get usually to get next to that.
So, Cheek, my follow-up would be based on it being shared and woman having a little more leverage in a scenario. Do you agree with the prompt above that if he could, he would?
Yeah, I had to agree to that earlier.
Yeah,
Like I already conceded that point. Like after Ham said, just think about it. You and your boys, y'all single, y'all ready on go. Yeah, the city fucked up.
Cheeky, you said some bullshit in your super chat, bro.
What?
When you was talking about the buyer, bro. You was talking about the supplier.
Yeah, you can't separate the two.
Yes, you can. Cheeky, because you one of the smartest dudes I know, bro. Look, let me ask you this. Can you have a supplier without a buyer?
Can you have a supplier without a buyer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be at a negative, but yeah, you'll have it. You can have that.
You can't. You can't have a supplier without a buyer.
Yeah, you can. There's plenty of businesses that have supplies that no one is willing to buy, and they're going bankrupt because they spent money and they can't make the back. They can't recoup.
If you just hold an inventory, that don't make you a supplier. If you ain't supplying nobody, you're not a supplier.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So if you're not giving the actual product out, right? So yeah. So what's the question? If you're not, if you're not supplying,
yeah.
If you can't have a buyer, sure, yeah, I agree.
That was just a roundabout way to punch Nay in the neck by saying if the women wasn't supplying pussy, then if they wasn't supplying pussy, then nobody would be buying it, bro.
They not here.
Tay.
Yeah, they not here.
Tay.
If
You know who you are.
If you sitting on inventory that isn't moving, you aren't a supplier. You're
not.
supplying
Right,
no one.
but wait, but
you have product.
But that's circular. Because if no one's buying, then there is no supply either, though.
No,
Maybe they're not buying from you.
The product
probably still buying.
exists, right? But they wouldn't call you a supplier. You have product, right? They call the person they're buying from a supplier, right? Demand is driven by the market. The market is the people purchasing.
Okay, but if men stop purchasing, then what is there to market?
All men got to stop purchasing.
Huh?
All men got to stop purchasing.
Okay, so that's the point that Tay
It's
was
impossible.
making. Wait, you can't say. Wait, hold on. You can't say it's impossible, because if it's impossible, that means that they're always going to be suppliers and buyers, which makes it equal. You can't separate the two.
What can you buy if you don't have a supplier?
What can be supplied if there's no buyer?
Can you buy anything if you don't have a supplier?
Can you supply anything if there are no buyers? Do you see how this? Come on, son. I'm gonna do the same shit you doing. I'm gonna just flip it on you. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to do this. Like if you say, "Is there any supplier?" If there's no buyer, or are there any buyers for the supplier, or is there any supplier for the buyers?
What'll happen
It's actually the supplier, because it's the same way. Like when we came out with Netflix and stuff like that, Best Buy went out of business. I mean, not Best Buy. What it was like. What the people that used to sell the Blockbuster went out of sale. So honestly, when nobody wants to buy the shit, the business tanks. It disappears. Rite Aid, Radio Shack, a lot of stuff has went out of business.
The buyer controls the market. So what you was the buyer went to a different supplier, and that supplier died. So the buyer is still looking for the product for the particular supplier.
But right, so
that's why the buyer controls the market, because the buyer doesn't want to go rent and have to return that red. Y'all might not know this, but the red ones you had to return damn near the next day as soon as it hit 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? Wait. I could stream this shit? They still watching movies. You see? The movie's still the product. But now there's a different supplier that gives me convenience. Therefore, the buyer controls the market. And somebody else make the supply.
If you're saying the buyer controls the market, what are we saying? Are we agreeing with Tay?
No.
Yes, right?
No, the exact opposite. No.
That's crazy. Y'all just don't agree with this, Tay? That's crazy.
Cheeky, listen.
Hold on, wait a minute. Listen to wait. Let's rewind what Hemp just said. He said the buyers, which would be men, control the market. If the buyers are the men and they control the market, then that means that it's up to the buyers to boycott. Are y'all going to boycott?
Nah, but look, the buyers can't buy nothing without the supplier.
No. Are y'all going to boycott?
The buyers can't buy nothing.
Are we boycotting?
You just took me in a circle. You in a circle. Look, the buyers can't buy anything without the suppliers, right?
Are we going to go back to the 60s with Martin Luther King and say we not riding them buses no more?
If the suppliers don't supply, I ain't got nothing to buy, right?
Let me finish it, Sean. So I was making sense of the conversation, right? I'm not even disagreeing. I can't even remember the super chat to be 100%. But here's what vagina is: Netflix, nigga. Streaming, nigga. All your little DVD, your little Hollywood video that you got with your turban, y'all niggas going out of business. Fuck out of here. But they still watching movies, motherfucker.
For you, my friend?
I don't even know why I'm cussing this shit.
For you, my friend?
Arnold, what's good though? Hold on, Cheek.
It's like when Backpage went down, y'all found another way to find hoes after Backpage went down. It's y'all.
We don't buy on Backpage. We ain't from New Orleans. Hey, Arnold, you was sweating earlier, my nigga. I didn't know you was gonna make it.
the AC had cut off. I had the thermostat.
It's interesting. And when you use the analogy, right, to cheek point, you could flip that shit, pause, you know what I mean? So where we at, Sean?
Where we at is if there was no supply, there'd be nothing to buy. Ultimately.
That's crazy because there's so many people that sell crack, but none of us buy it and smoke it.
But
If we buy it and smoke it, it would be on us.
if there was no supply, there'd be nothing to buy. Can we refute that? If there was no supply,
Sean, when you walk in Walmart, Walmart has over 13,000 items. You have never ever purchased 13,000 items. You
Not
go
yet.
there for the shit you want. Okay?
That's not even true. You know why that's not true?
You want.
You know why that's not true? Hey, look, we all went to Marshall's before. You know what we did when we went to Marshall's? We walked through that motherfucking aisle, which in every direction that you touch is shit that you didn't even think you fucking wanted. And you know why they put it there? Because you got to stand in that fucking line and you can reach out and touch that shit. Oh, shit. Candles. Oh, shit. Socks. Kitchen
That's why I don't
utensils.
shop at Marshall's.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Hey, no. Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works got it too. You got to walk through an aisle of shit to get to the counter at Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works line be always.
Hey, why
Come
do you have end caps in grocery store? The end caps is the shit that they know we're gonna see. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but if you have the discipline not to come in here and get shit that you
No,
ain't been here for,
don't talk about discipline.
that's
If
why I don't
that
shop
shit
with
didn't
people.
exist, then I
We
wouldn't
coming
need
in here
this.
for what we want.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, right? If there was nothing to buy, you know what I'm saying? If there was nothing to buy, then I couldn't get high.
I got a question.
But they selling a lot. They selling a lot of stuff that you don't buy, which you
Oh,
purchase,
wait.
you're the problem.
What I'm hearing is, oh well, y'all not have no pussy. What? Like what? What? So it's my fault. Like I can't just walk around and exist because you can't control yourself.
Nah, so I got a question.
Nah, no.
Stop throwing that pussy in the air, talking about it's gonna be sunshine when they come back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So do most
You the
men
one got the sunburn. You about to
most
catch
men-
skin cancer. You didn't let all the damn sunshine on you. You let it go in the air. You was over there, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, Sean.
Women are
All right, look.
autonomous beings.
Let August pose the question. Go on, August.
I just want to pose a question. Look, do most men, despite what they do, advocate for women being less promiscuous or more promiscuous?
Less, way less. Y'all always say that. I don't
They
want
advocate for less. So the leadership is in the instruction right there. So if you want to put it on men and say that they got to be the leaders or whatever the case may be, the instruction is to stop doing it because men know that they can't control themselves.
Nah, you say one thing and you do another. That's different.
You're looking at it like that because you're trying to pose blame.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you talking about instruction. That's
I'm about to explain to you. That's a part of leadership. So if I say to you as your leader, keep your legs closed, and you decide to not listen, then you know.
So what if you say as the leader, keep your legs closed, but you're a whoremonger?
That's what I'm saying. But what the point of me saying it is because I understand that I'm a whoremonger, so you're gonna have to keep your legs closed. That's what I'm saying. And then she's like, nah, I'm not keeping my legs closed because you're a whoremonger.
So why don't you just say I'm just not gonna have sex?
But
because I'm a whoremonger.
But you're the leader, and she has to do what you say. Yeah.
Right. So I said keep your legs closed.
Wait, hold on, wait. Listen to what he said. He said, I'm not going to do that because I'm the whoremonger. But you asking, not Tay, but you asking whores not to be whores. If y'all are in y'all natural state of being, y'all are meant for each other. Just be happy with a whore and just keep it pushing.
No, because I already know that. The thing about it is that it's a biological thing. I have to be a whoremonger.
What's a biological thing?
I'm about to explain it to you.
Okay,
I have to
go
be a
ahead.
whore. I have to have the nature of a whoremonger because that nature is what keeps me progressing in the world. Does that make sense? It makes me want to make more money.
So, all right,
Hold on a second. Let me
following.
finish.
I'm following. Go ahead. I'm following.
Okay, so because I understand my nature, and I'm the
Okay.
leader. I'm putting it out here. I'm the leader, right? That's what Tay said. Tay said men supposed to be the leader. Blah 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 blah. A lot of leadership comes in instruction.
Mhm.
I know myself well enough. I know that for the most part, and I'm talking about just the average man, the body of man. I know that my nature is to get to that pussy no matter what.
You're right.
But my instruction is to tell
Mhm.
her to preserve herself because I know my nature.
So
What
here's
you're
the
saying,
next.
what you're arguing
Okay, well-
is how can you instruct me to stop doing something when
Uh-huh.
you're struggling with it? That's your argument.
Uh-huh. No, my
You understand what
argument
I'm saying?
is no. My argument is, as a whoremonger, stick with the first part of your title, a whore, and then leave the disciplined people to be with disciplined people.
It's not
Okay.
enough disciplined
So,
people.
wait. Let me
Most
finish.
of us are
Wait,
whoremongers.
no. Stop.
All right,
Stop.
go ahead,
Let me
go ahead.
finish. Let me
All right,
finish.
go ahead.
As a whoremonger, stick with whores, and then let the disciplined women who have chose chastity be with men who aren't whoremongers. Because what woman wants to be with a whoremonger? And they know they're a whoremonger.
That's faulty a little bit though.
Yeah,
Okay,
most
that's
of us are
faulty.
whoremongers. So the
Okay.
average person is a
It's
whoremonger. We already
No, they're not.
established
The average person is not a whoremonger.
we already established that if he could, he would. Do you agree with
That
that?
doesn't make him a whoremonger. That makes him a wannabe whoremonger. He wants to be, but he cannot be.
Sure. Okay. Right. So the average person would be a whoremonger if they could, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So what you're trying to say is that there's some level of disciplined ass motherfuckers out there that really don't exist. It's a small, insignificant number. So the average person, the average man, is gonna move into that whoremongers. If let's say one whoremonger decide I'm gonna not be a whoremonger no more, that opens up another whoremonger and slot for the nigga that's trying to be a whoremonger. Now, what I'm saying is, let me show
we follow. We try to get
Whoremongers is crazy.
Look.
Oh,
So look. Hey, hold on. So all right, check it.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that the average person, we already understand that the average person would be a whoremonger or is a whoremonger if they had the opportunity. So the instruction comes from the man, the leader, to tell the woman, hey, stop opening up your legs because I'm a whoremonger. I know myself, so you gotta stop opening up your legs. I don't have the willpower to not be attracted to you because that's the exact reason that give me the drive in life to do what the fuck I do to attract your ass. If I start pulling at that thread of trying not to, do what I do for pussy and try to discipline myself all the way so that we stop having this type of, community where things going bad, then you pulling at the thread or whatever it is to be a man. So what the men doing it, with the men, and I'm gonna land right here. What the men is doing is saying, hey, I'm giving you the instruction, stop opening up your legs. And you can see right now, average man is saying that. But the argument is, but y'all whoremongers. You know what I'm saying?
No. So here, I'm gonna try to summarize the point. You're saying, as a man, I have the potential of being a whoremonger, so don't be a whore. And what women are saying is, I have the potential to be a whore, so don't you be a whoremonger.
No,
That is not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying.
That's not what they're saying. So what are they saying? Okay, all right. Hold on, wait. Wait. Before we get there, Tate, you agree that that's not what the women are saying? Sherelle, the only two women?
What? Saying what?
No, they saying niggas ain't shit, cheek. You see, they're not accepting them. They saying niggas ain't shit. So that's what would be a synopsis. Go ahead, keep going. I don't want y'all to get caught on that part, but that's generally that's the response. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't know. You wanted to say something, dog. What are they saying, man?
So that's not the retort of the women. The only thing that they are talking about is the hypocrisy in the situation. Like you're participating in it. But what they're not saying is, I think it's okay. Right? They're not jumping that bridge. They say it's your fault. If we couldn't have sex with nobody, we wouldn't have sex. But I guess what's happening, right? What we don't understand when we talk about biological imperative is that testosterone, that drive, is part of what makes the world look like it looks.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's reason discipline, right, is a big word. It's a lot that goes into it. So you have to say, I have this in me, and I'm gonna not do it.
Okay.
Which is a lot.
Okay.
Right? Like I want to build a skyscraper, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's funny,
I want to get as much resources as possible, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. So Tay, I'm curious, what is it that you are thinking as one of the few women on the panel? Are you of the belief that women aren't saying don't be whoremongers. They're just saying it's just hypocritical.
I don't. No, I'm not saying that. What?
Okay.
There's a lot happening, but I think it is because y'all don't went on a tangent, but it's not about blame. And I think let's not get hung up on that. We all need, and everybody needs to practice a little more discipline, period. But I think what y'all's point is, okay, well, if it wasn't given out so freely, we wouldn't take it. But that's not the point, because the point is, if you could get the cheeks, you would. And that is talking about the man pursuing the woman. So it's not about her being promiscuous or women just giving it out. Your intent is to go get it. So as a man, just like that pair of shoes or that game or that car you wanted, you went and got it. Nothing's gonna keep you from getting it.
I don't want. Hold on. I don't want his because people are just. I'm looking at the comment, been chilling, right? I just want y'all to understand what he's saying. Put your daughter in the place and you talking to her, right? This is what I would tell her. Most men will fuck you with no intentions and not even think about it, right? You know. So now that you know this, you know that the self-control is at a minimum. It is your job to protect yourself from that. Yeah. The man you're not going to be able to tell the difference between a man who want to take you serious and a man who don't, because if you open your legs, they're gonna take it.
Right. To anyone.
Okay. But dad, men are supposed to be leading, but they lack self-control in this category.
Yes, and they know
as a man who understands and knows this, it is your job to protect your chastity because he won't.
Right. Exactly.
You see, and that's why you put the onus on her, because the women do have the level of self-control, which is why men and women are made to be together, right? So when you're a leader, you also do what? What's the word I'm looking for? Not allocate, delegate.
Yeah,
responsibilities, right? My wife had to protect me from myself too. Yeah. Right? There's things that I'm gonna get uberly mad about that I'm not gonna calm down about when it comes to her and my kids. So there'll be certain things that she's not gonna disclose to me if it's handled and nobody's hurt. Right? If a man approaches her outside and he try to talk to her and she handle it, he say, "Fuck you, bitch." Right? I'm still immature enough to go down there and see who said "fuck you, bitch." I don't know why, but I just can't take it. Like even right now, I can feel it. You know, so that's the thing, and that's why you need that proper person. You know, and so we just have to negotiate these things rightly to get the best outcomes most of the time. And I trust women to be better in this category.
Okay. So what would you recommend your daughter? Would you recommend her to be with a whoremonger?
I don't even know if that's the no, sorry.
Okay, I'm just saying, like,
no, because I know the what the repercussions are.
And you would explain that part. Right. So that's right. Okay, so that's that, and that's all I'm saying. There's more to it than just keep yourself. It's also don't follow this too, though. Right? It's not just there's more.
It's all under the same umbrella, pretty much.
Prototype of man, there's a lot of things that you're dealing with that you have to negotiate day in and day out.
Right.
And it can cause potential friction in the relationship when you're trying to be monogamous and everlasting and etc. So I wouldn't recommend
Right. So we're on the same page. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you.
Damn, man. It ain't easy though, cheek. Like it's a fun conversation, just this whole dynamic. It's a fun conversation, but it's actually real.
Yeah.
We trying to improve this shit.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
Right? And people and I you know I always push back against saying everybody or both, right? The blame thing shared. But you guys are right. You're right, you know. But in order to dig down, we gotta kind of pinpoint who's at fault here so we can get more correction more quickly, essentially.
Right. So I guess we just need to change how we view male leadership then. Right. I think how we view it is the person who's the leader has to have the discipline in all areas versus somebody sharing that load, like you were saying with your wife, like she keeps you in control. Not to say that she's the leader, but to say that she has a role, and part of it is to mitigate and just bring you in.
I don't think women realize the level of protection, you know, because the how that woman conducts themselves is super key to where that man lands or doesn't land.
Right. And that's the aspect of leadership we don't really talk much about. We always talk from a very dictatorial, authoritative, you do what I tell you, but we don't really speak on the aspect of, hey, as a woman, you kind of control a lot of this in ways that you don't understand. Right. So I think that's why when I initially made the point, it depends on your mentality. I'm used to hearing men say, when you're a man, you control everything. So that means when everything falls, it's on you. But what we don't talk about is the aspect of women also share, not in the same degree, and it's not on the same shoulders, but they help and assist in ways that also makes you a better leader too. We need to talk more about that. So my ideas about leadership doesn't just come from this idea of everything's on the man and it falls on him, and if he don't do it, then nobody gonna do it, because it's not true.
What leadership is understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the people that are under you. So if you're strong in this area, then I'm gonna allocate you to that area so that you can do your best and brightest. And when we have the conversation full circle about the preservation, women are not as satiable about sex as men are, specifically because it's our biological design that forces us to compete in the world. It's the thing that keeps us competing. Women, they understand the value of preserving themselves. So if they're strong in this area and a man says, hey, which is most men are saying, we just agree, most men are saying stop doing it, even though they participate and take it when they get it. Most men are saying, hey, my instruction is the protection. My instruction to you is the guidance and my leadership, because I know that I'm weak here and you're strong here. So you must, preserve it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's just try to make it seem like we human and not super niggas, because everybody be, I'm in control of everything. I got it all. My girl don't say back. I don't do nothing.
I'm sorry.
Well, in a sense, that's the control.
Wait, so you're being led by your woman? Is that what you're saying?
Who, me?
Y'all got shared, or it's equal or 50-50? No, Cheeky.
You talking to me? Oh,
he said he didn't lead 100%. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I was just saying, it depends on the ideology you take on. I think in a relationship, in most cases, it's more similar to what Hamp is saying, where there's a shared responsibility in the overall being of the home, right? So
yeah, no, I agree with that, but he also is in charge of his home too, and his wife understands that. There's no 50-50. She understands that. She knows
100%.
I mean, sure, but sure, that could be the case, but and I'm speaking on like a financial level. I don't think finances dictates who's in control or who can be or can't be a leader.
Well, I'm not talking about finances. I'm in general, the man.
I mean, I come from a patriarchal home, and I would follow suit. That's kind of how my relationships have been, and when they acted out or acted wrong, I just kind of get rid of them. Not in a bad way. Like, I don't mean that like they just
move on.
But when they just don't act right, they got it.
But you say you're a house nigga.
Right.
House husband.
House husband. My bad.
I'm not a house nigga. I'm not a slave. I'm just saying. I'm of the belief that men don't have to be the breadwinners, right? They don't have to be the breadwinners to be a leader within their home, right? You don't have to be the breadwinner. And if your woman does, and because it can happen, if she is able to make more money than you and she does, that don't mean you're not a leader.
Right.
You just have to play a different role.
Your wallet, right? And your leadership isn't tied to your wallet, or should
no, it's not. It shouldn't, and it shouldn't be.
But here's the thing, right? Now, and the reason why I think it makes more sense to frame it what you would say to a child, right? When you're trying to rear them, because people it's more palatable. Because when we try to put ourselves and what we do in it, right? And then the same, what do you tell your son? Be better than me. Be better than these niggas, right? Now we know when bullets start flying, shit gets shaky. Niggas know that. And that's why when when Tay was laying out the premise of experience in this particular category, when you been outside, like, you know, motherfuckers like, oh, but you deleted, like, people still saying that shit. But these things manifest in so many different real ways. You know, August is right. We probably accountable for the shit that we make her responsible for. Right? But she's still responsible to make sure that shit goes. Right? And when I think this is the point about leadership. When it fails, I say me. When we're successful, we say we.
Yeah.
And people ain't understanding it, like, about what's gonna make a person most successful in the earth. You control that because that nigga is not gonna control his loins most often. Nigga, in the Bible, God said, yo, have sex with her because your brother died, nigga, to keep the lineage going. That nigga said, I'm gonna get the cheeks, but I'm pulling out. Dumbass nigga. Dead next to your brother, dumb. You know what I mean? Like, nigga just be, and that's just what it be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, man. You know? So, damn, man. Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah.
First clip I'm making, Coach Tay versus the General for sure. I like that clip. That's a good clip.
You said what up?
Coach Tay versus General. I'm gonna put Sean little ad libs in there.
Oh man.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Man, come on, man. I think the first time I ever came up here was Love, and then I was in Tay. I'm like, hey, what? All right.
Not listen.
Nice.
It wasn't smoke. I just had questions. That's all.
And I gave you answers, so I'm not even mad at it. We got what we need to do.
The answers are good. That's the thing, right? Like, y'all conversation was
Yeah, she's smart. That's why I fuck with her. I fuck with all the women up here.
No, it's only two of them.
A little bit. Not really.
Damn. All it takes is one time. All it takes is one goddamn time, and now all of a sudden you public enemy number one. That's crazy.
One of the women is literally a fellow gang member of yours. So
what gang? What you trying to put a RICO case? I don't even know this lady. Like, she cool.
My bad, FBI. He y'all RICOing everybody, nigga. Nigga got RICO by himself. August be cooking like a motherfucker. Alexis been a member for 4 years. Perfect. Howdy, panel. If was a fifth, we all be armed. Saluted right on time. Lou Hefner with the 2000. No experience is a cloudy teaching. I'm just saying. I think you can learn. Sway with the $5 says, I don't need to be the one to touch the stove to know it's hot. LOL. The level of disrespect. Who hurt you? Now, see, he added that. CJ with the 2000 says, cheeky lucky I didn't have service. Oh, nigga, please. Bino with the $5.
I love you too, dog.
I read this one. Damn, man. Hey, listen, you know, I think that the conversation has been good and substantive, right? And I don't even want to belabor it. You know what I'm saying? I think that hopefully we came to some decent conclusions for sure. Sean sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to wake up quick. Come on, Sean. Like, we know that's how the kids be. I ain't sleep when there's movie night. Sleep. What are you doing on his phone?
Yeah.
We don't care, Sean. We don't care. Yo, he just doing anything.
On the live. Y'all out of order. Out of order. Yeah, this is what be going on.
Yo, these niggas ain't shit, bro.
You said it, not me.
Somebody clip that for me. That's the second one I got to hit. Say it. Somebody clip
Dang.
it for me. Thank you. Send it to me on Discord.
All right, man. You and them cheekbones. Hush for a second. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Bino with the $5. Fire panelists. I can tell the women enjoyed the super nigga seminar. Yeah, man. So there's one thing I picked up on. Relly wasn't really trying to butt in too much, so I'm gonna let her do her final thought last. Oh no, maybe I should do it first just in case somebody got to rebut it.
I don't want no damn rebuts.
All right, Sherelle, what's up? Any final thoughts?
First of all, I learned that y'all niggas just like to fight me. Okay, so lately I've been doing this thing where I just shut up and I go against my own point, and then I let y'all prove my points for me, right? So I got the second person to say niggas ain't shit. But when I did a panel saying niggas ain't shit, y'all fought against me, right? Secondly, when I did a panel, a whole Tuesday show about how men aren't evolved, thank y'all for proving today about how y'all not evolved. With August perfectly said how y'all need to be unevolved because that's how y'all progress the world. Another thing about when I tell women to keep their legs closed, y'all fucking up the market being hoes. The reason why niggas build civilization is because they wanted pussy. Now you're giving them nothing for nothing, which means they're going to stop building. You're fucking up the economy. That's not how the game is supposed to be working. Keep your legs closed. You're not supposed to just be regenerating everybody. So today I think y'all did a perfect execution. Of course, everybody wants to be the man. And if you can't be the man, you be the nigga sitting
Slow
next
down.
to
You was good. You could have.
okay?
Hold on.
So that's what I'm just saying. Okay? So thank y'all.
Don't overrun it. He was good.
Thank y'all.
All right.
Thank y'all very much. Okay.
Sherelle, let me clarify something because you said that being evolved is wanting less pussy. That's what you're trying to say. A man being evolved is him wanting less pussy.
No, you got to go back and watch the Evolve show. It's gonna be too much.
I'm just saying
no,
that
that's
because
that was the point I was making. You missed the show.
The point I was saying, the point that I was making about a man's proclivity to want pussy, which makes him productive. There, he doesn't have to evolve past that. He needs to stay there. That's
I know.
That's not
we came to the conclusion at the end of the show that y'all didn't need to evolve. That y'all ever gonna.
We evolve in other ways, but pussy specifically is not something that we would have to evolve.
No, baby, you're in a
past.
controlled environment. That's why the name of the show is "If You Could, You Would." That's the whole point of y'all not evolved. If you could, you would. If you would beat bitches, you could do it. If you could make them shut the fuck up and just you would. The thing about it is there's people who are evolved or some type of higher being putting us in controlled environments, but innately who we are has not evolved. No, it doesn't. Because if you could. You would. That's the name of the topic. Y'all just don't argue against your own shit. No.
If most men wanted to, they would. There'd be nothing to stop them. Even if the government said there's, but they don't want to. That's what I'm trying to say. Most men have evolved past that. The point.
Yeah.
So you're trying to say men have not evolved. That I'm saying that men have
his
evolved.
point is because if the majority of men wanted to, there would be a minority of men to stop them.
Ain't nothing stopping it.
So he said created the evolution of men because the majority of men put laws in place and would stop the minority of men from doing it. And the majority of men, to Sherelle's point, have helped her on the road because those men are just good men living in the earth.
Well, she's saying it like it's just a small select men that is controlling society, and it's like men is controlling society.
It's definitely a small select men.
No, it's not. It's a small select men that are being successful.
But they're in agreement, though.
Society.
Yeah,
it's a
but they're in agreement.
Hold on a second. It's a small select men that are being successful in society, but society is controlled by men. If all men decide to get on one page, the bottom 80% of men decide to get on one page, if they decided to, ain't nothing stopping it. Nobody, nothing. Not a woman, not a small 20%.
That's not how controlled environments work, baby. Okay.
You think it's a controlled environment, but men are controlling the environment is what I'm trying to tell you.
Argument. It's my turn to talk. There's prisoners, right? When you go to prison, there's less COs.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they put them in that controlled environment, it makes sure that all of these ruthless, dangerous men don't overthrow the jail. That's just how society is. No, you all think we can just band together. They'll blow you up because the right niggas got bombs. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's a small people that control it. No, you can't. Oh, we got the numbers. They got atomic bombs. But
August.
No.
It's August, but I know you're not even thinking like this. But
stand up
to the
hold on, August.
You can't. The machine is bigger than you. They'll flush you out.
Right, but I'm saying it. Right, we
Yes,
right. That sound good, Sherelle. But how long did they win in Vietnam with all their bombs? Did they win in Afghanistan? How long they had to stay in Afghanistan?
You know the history of these two.
Right, but what I guess what I'm asking is, you saying that they could just if all the men just decided to do it, they couldn't do nothing about it because they have more bombs.
Damn, it's almost like America dropped the bomb on Japan. That shit didn't change.
I'm saying in the places where the men decide that we're not taking the L, men don't take an L.
I don't think Japan still don't have a military to this day.
To this day.
But that's the
Yeah,
nuclear. So the
Japanese
nuclear
military,
power.
bro.
Who's working for the 80%? Who's working for the 20% if they kill the 80%, Sherelle?
Toes on their stomach.
That business model don't make sense, Sherelle. Who's working for the 20% if they kill the 80%?
That's why y'all not gonna do it. They smart enough to know y'all ain't gonna revolt.
It's mutually assured destruction, right?
They don't have to kill the whole 80. They only gotta kill
operate
10%.
Right, but I'm saying, but where is the real power though?
Arnold, they don't have to kill the whole 80 to get y'all back in line. What do they have to do? Kill Martin Luther King? That go y'all movement. Kill Malcolm X. That go y'all movement. We don't need to kill all black people. We just need to kill the niggas telling y'all what to do. Kill the Black Panthers. The rest of them motherfuckers gonna fall back in line. They don't need to kill all of you to fall back in line. They're strategic. They know what they're doing. You're being controlled. You always think that you're not being. Yes, you are.
Talking about
You're in a controlled environment. You're a guinea pig.
I got a question. Sherelle,
you're the guinea pig. You're not the scientist.
Sherelle. What's better than this? Like, what's better than society? Like, what's the next level up that men could do, but we too controlled that we can't get to? Because before we was hunter-gatherers and life was fucking hard. You had to go out every motherfucking day and kill something to feed your family. Now we have an economy where we're allowed to progress upward as men. So tell me the next level of what we could be that we not right now because we
gotta get there. We gotta get there.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you. There is no other people.
But then
it's just men running. It's just men running the economy. It's just men running the economy the way it is, and we have evolved in the ways that matter. We're not going to evolve in saying we want less sex. That's not an evolution. Why? Because that goes against us being able to populate our economy, populate the world. If men categorically was like, you know what, less pussy, let's not be so pussy driven. That's not an evolution. That's a de-evolution because that leaves us to not want to populate the world. You think that men don't control things, but men absolutely control it. There is no higher class that's running
the
everything.
minority of men control it, not the rest.
No, the minority of men are successful in it. That's it.
The rest of y'all are just doing what y'all can, and if y'all could, y'all would.
Ain't nothing better to do.
Right, but I'm saying,
ain't nothing better to do, Sherelle.
But I'm saying, bro, can we say that they're evolved though? So the 20% evolved, Sherelle, because they figured it out.
They're so
Sherelle,
wonderful.
ain't
That's
nothing better to do,
y'all
Sherelle.
were so wonderful. Y'all fought against it. Now stand with y'all fight. If y'all
Sherelle,
could, y'all
ain't
would.
nothing better to do. What else better can we do?
All
what
the
else is there to
things
do?
that men want to do, you could.
Don't nobody want to do that shit.
You would.
Don't nobody really want to do that shit for real. If we did, we'd do it. If men want to do that shit, we'll do that.
No, you just
ain't
don't
nobody
want
gonna stop.
You don't want the consequences.
No, if all men decided collectively that we want to beat women, ain't shit stopping it. They ain't got enough jails to hold us.
Gather them up. See what happens.
The jails are already full. How they
So,
going? How they
like, but I'm saying that, like, even
with niggas that what want to, because that's
who going to jail all 20?
I guess we saying that
jail to 80%. That don't even make no damn sense.
So most women are saying that, like, most of the guys that they're experiencing have to hold back their violence.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
To be around them.
No, I don't think
is that what women are saying they experience?
We really want to be violent to women, but we can't because society won't let us.
Y'all always take it to violence.
Most men want to protect
always
women.
take it to violence.
They have a natural.
We was just talking about war
to protect
and
women.
nuclear bombs.
Nobody created men to beat women. Why do y'all always think y'all have to evolve from that when that was never who y'all was?
You the one brought
So what
that
are you
up.
saying? So hold up. So what are you saying is the lack of evolution? Where is it at?
The men who bring it up, we should beat these women so they can listen. If they could, every man that's ever touched
a minority.
That's a minority. We're talking about them. We're not talking about the ones who don't. Every man who has touched this panel who says the reason why Muslim women listen is because we could beat them. Or the men who come up here and say, oh, if it was back in the day, we whoop your ass. That if they could.
That's them niggas.
Whoop a bitch.
Right, but the difference is, Sherelle, so is their outcome different? Just like you said, the men have different consequences for their actions. Are you not understanding that the women in those cultures have different consequences for their actions?
I'm talking about the men.
No, we're talking about humans now.
No, we're talking about men.
Talking about
Men
humans.
that didn't evolve. Because
Because
if
you
they
saying
could, they
that
would.
you saying that
A lot of
men are being guided
times
by
y'all
the
try to say
consequences.
y'all try to say no because we don't have the access. All y'all just said today, all y'all said for the last 2 hours is if women, if men had the access, they would do this, and this. If men could, they would do this, and this.
That's
Y'all
it,
would
just
all
sex.
be if we gave y'all the opportunity to be King Kong, y'all motherfuckers would be King Kong.
Men are King Kong. What
Because
you talking
every
about?
man has that in them.
Men are King Kong.
Okay.
Compared to women, men are
You're
King
proving
Kong.
my point.
Yeah, but they don't.
I don't
They
know.
don't
I'm
act
saying that
on.
you're saying that, but you
They
acting
don't
like it's
act
a
on
negative
violence.
thing.
They
Go
don't
ahead,
act on
August.
violence. They don't act on violence. Is what I'm trying to tell you. If a man wanted to act on violence, he would. That's how it is. If all men collectively say we won't act on violence and beat these women into submission, they doing it. But men have a natural proclivity to protect women. It's just how they're designed. They have a natural. If a woman tears, do something to a man sometime. It make him lower his tone, and even if
Didn't I say these niggas want to fight? It don't matter what I say. The niggas going to fight.
You put my name in it. You put my name in it. You said my name.
It don't matter that
you said my
the
name.
sky was blue and I said the sky was red. So you said the sky was blue. So I came back and said I meant to say the sky was blue. Now you trying to say the sky green. That's what I'm talking about. You niggas want to argue.
Don't say my name. Do not say my name next time. Do not say my name next time.
What did you say?
Get your final thoughts.
Well,
She said,
what
this
did
would have
you-
been all day. If I would have said something different, this would have been all day.
No, I'm just trying to clarify. She
Thank
said
y'all for
August.
just
She
talking
said
and proving my points for me.
she said August proved her point by saying that men haven't evolved because of their sexual discipline, for not having sexual discipline. She's saying that August proved the point by saying men haven't evolved because they don't have sexual discipline. And I was telling her that's not an evolution, so I'm not proving your point. Men have evolved.
Right,
What
but
you
I'm saying, but August,
Hold
right,
on,
but
hold on.
what that would
What she's
require though
trying to
is
say-
something different.
What she's trying to say is that men haven't evolved, and to prove
August,
her point that men haven't evolved is sexual discipline.
August.
Go
Do you, the thing we need to identify is: do you know what she means by evolve and devolve? Have you seen the show for her to put out the quality?
I haven't seen the show, but I would automatically
Okay.
a sound mind would assume that evolution would be progressing
Okay,
forward.
so here's what I'm saying. We've gone through this. A sound mind would assume a lot because me and you probably was on the same page originally. Honestly, I swear to God.
Hear what he said,
Don't
though.
say August's name.
Well,
She
so
said that I'm proving her
August,
point.
this
I'm
is
telling her
what-
I'm not.
This is what August
Nigga,
said.
your name gonna
that-
get said. You on the panel. You ain't special.
This is August's point that he made, right? He said men have evolved, right? Men's natural proclivity to want sex at exponential rates, that wouldn't make sense for that to move forward. That would be devolving because men should be here to procreate.
He's making the argument Fantastic made.
But he's saying that part wouldn't be progress because men will want sex less.
And
You see,
we already
in terms of
covered
the
that
word
because Fantastic, that's literally Fantastic's argument. You got to
But
go
he-
back to
No,
watch the
100%.
show.
But that's not the discussion. She's saying he proved her right. He's just saying what he's saying. That's all it is. He's just
The
saying
part-
what he's saying.
the part
I'm
that
responding to
she's
the fact
saying
that she said I proved her right.
specifically, the statement specifically, August, is we are not going to move from this point. There's nothing above this. This is it.
But he's saying there's no benefit to move from the point of one sex.
But also that was part of the statement he said earlier before she said that. Right? This is
It's like
There's a
that's like
reason why
you
she
saying
said it.
evolving to become blind. Like
no,
why would
but-
we evolve?
no. Wait. That's
You know what I
because
mean?
that's you're taking this
What
perception.
did he say that was like proving what right exactly? Just so I can understand.
Sherelle's point from the evolution show was that men haven't evolved as far as the nature of who they are. August's point is we are by nature these sexual beings that have no control over that. It's just innate.
But that's not
And
all we are.
Sherelle-
That's what I'm saying. We're other things, and we've evolved in those ways.
Oh, wait.
in our
But are we by nature? Is our nature ever going to change from us being?
And he agrees with her.
That's what it sounds like. Yes, which is why she said.
Yeah, if he agreed, because they're talking about a whole different show that you didn't see, August.
Yeah,
that's
I know.
the point.
That,
I
yeah,
understand
but see, it's being painted like he says some shit that like expose something.
No,
substantiated what she was saying,
thing
and it's like, I wasn't substantiating what you
see,
just said.
here's how it look. It's like, oh, y'all proving me right once again. He never even seen the show.
Right.
So
It don't matter, but it don't matter.
Sherelle, wait.
He's saying there's no benefit to men moving past that point. And
Ham,
Sherelle said men have hold on now.
Yeah.
And he's saying that she's saying that men still want sex the same race they always did. They have that still innate want and need. So he doesn't disagree, but he didn't see the show. You see,
right? We agree. Her tone and her tonality was not meant to make it seem like exposing. Right? Sherelle has this chip on her shoulder. She's already explained this. She's already said it on this panel. I told y'all. So yes, the tone of that is a chip on the shoulder and exposing. That's not the point. The point is he agrees just by nature of saying men are just men and they're going to be this way. The purpose of Sherelle's show is men are going to be men and they're not going to evolve from what they are. They are what they are and it is what it is. Right? So August, you may think you're disagreeing, but if you watch the show.
Well, here's the point. Evolution requires, I'm about to say, evolution requires a catalyst. There has to be a reason why I'm evolving. So if there's nothing there if I'll give you an example that, if a monkey is looking down on the ground and a foe attacks him from the front, he has to evolve upright so that he can be able to see different things to protect himself. If there isn't a catalyst to evolve, then why are we putting that on the table as it not being an evolution when there's no need for that? It would be considered a de-evolution. Why? Because it goes against our biological what's the word I'm looking for?
We're on the same page.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I promise you.
Was there too.
We're on the same page.
What you're saying is accurate, right? Yeah. So that's the saying. He didn't see it. And then like Sherelle saying, men's natural proclivity to protect and not be violent towards women has always existed since time immemorial.
Yeah.
But you didn't see that show.
I said that too.
No, I'm saying that you said that you didn't see the show.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So you agree with her. So when she's saying prove her right, you agreeing by proxy does that, right?
So that's what she was saying. So she was saying that men are good natured. I'm gonna tell you what I heard her say, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna owe you an apology if I'm wrong about this. It sounded like she was saying if he could, he would beat the shit out of her. And I'm like, no, because he could. That's what she said. Am I incorrect about it? If I heard that wrong,
this is what he's asking to reconcile. This is what he's asking to reconcile. When they bring up the Muslim brothers and how they beat their women, so therefore them women are in control, and that's the reason in which why they're in control. What's the reconciliation with that? You were saying that to say or prove or say what?
Okay, so it's just in the scenarios of if we could, we would. But sometimes, a lot of times, we try to highlight the worst of us, right? The people who have free reigns to do certain things. People who are highlighting those things, if they could, they would, right? Because that was the topic of the show. It's like the people who are complaining about whoremongers, if you could, because you wouldn't even be worrying about them. But if you ever had the chance to be Sean, you would have 1,000 bodies, right? When you come up here talking about the Muslim men getting to beat their women, if you could, you would be inside of your rebel beating bitches. See what I'm saying? So
okay, so that part, Sherelle, does that go against men's nature though, based on your premise?
Oh no, that wasn't the nature thing. The nature thing that he agreed with is that they haven't evolved because what you intrinsically are is what you intrinsically need to be to keep.
What I'm saying is, you're saying if men could, they would, but you said men's nature is to protect women. So that
because it's two different things.
In fact,
so this is what I'm saying. This is two different things. When because this when Arnold hopped in with the violent thing happened. So his initial point was that men have to be this, and this is how we advance society, right? Because we remember we advance in society. That was my whole point, right? That this is what you actually need to be. This is what you need to be driven by. Remember what I gave? What was the primal things about men? None of those things are change. You are all that you will ever be. You're making the world better. You're making society better. You're making this better. But you're in a controlled environment because a lot of people aren't focused on that. And if you take away the parameters for people to be, chaotic, they would. You take away law, you take away consequences, we're gonna act a plum ass fool. We're going to act a plum ass fool.
Are you saying
the niggas that's in jail already would, like them same niggas?
We make movies like The Purge.
The reason why I'm not so sure about the premise is because it's 1 million people in jail, and it's 340 people in the country.
Yes,
and if
I'm not
men,
talking about the dudes that's already in jail.
But what I'm saying though, if men are naturally what you say they are, why are we assuming this is going to be anarchy?
Because we just know it is.
How?
We just know it is.
But how though?
The assumption.
Because if they could, they would.
I think
it wouldn't be violent because innately they're not, like you said.
Right.
I think the best way to answer the question is with consequences. I think consequences deter a lot of men from doing different things. I've heard men get angry and go, "I'll beat your ass," and then they'll think twice and go, "I don't want to go to jail though." There's a consequence that comes to mind that limits a person's ability to do that. If a person doesn't have that limit, they're called a crash out. There's something called that, right? But there's what we're saying is, or what's being said is,
in what you're saying, right?
Because it's saying everybody would touch the stove if nobody says it's hot.
In a food fight, niggas won't kill nothing, let nothing die. The crash
that's
out
due
is
to consequences.
but no, because they're not actually built like that. The crash out is the extreme minority. That's the truth.
So if you don't think it has anything to do with consequences, you think it's just due to the nature of people not being.
I'm not rendering what you're saying moot, right?
Okay.
Consequences play a factor, but I think based on Sherelle's premise in August that he agreed with, is most people just trying to get in where they fit in, get the fuck home, regardless of consequences.
Right.
Niggas, so that nigga who's saying you lucky if you spit in my face, my nigga, you lucky. He wasn't gonna do shit anyway. That's what I'm saying.
So, okay, do we think that consequences and parameters or a limit would bring less people who are crash outs or more people? If there were no consequences, do we think we'd see a lot more crash outs, or do we think
just by safe assumption you should see more crash outs? And when she brings up the purge, you know what she leaves out? The one on Staten Island with all the black people who was partying, and then they had to infiltrate it with people who actually wanted the purge to get them to purge.
So I don't know. Yeah, I gotta watch the movie. Is it good?
But that's the thing, right? See, that was right.
I get what you're saying, but there's more to it, right?
Partying, they had to infiltrate them niggas to make them purge.
Okay, I get it. So it's more so y'all are dealing with. You just don't think there's a natural inclination to be violent, right? And
well, innately, because August and Sherelle agree, no. Niggas will protect what's there, and they kill animals so people can eat.
Okay, and I think that limit, the factor of consequences, laws, and things like that, definitely limited a lot more than what it would be before.
Here's the thing, though: men have imposed that on themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Like we've imposed that we are the maker of the laws. And here's another thing that I'm telling you: this is how you know we're evolving, because evolution is very slow and deliberate. It's super slow. It's almost like you can't even fucking notice it. But if you look at where we at right now, me and you having an argument face to face in 2 different states right now. So a few like 30, 40, 50 years ago, that's unheard of. That's just evolution of man just in general to be able to communicate.
That's the advancement of technology.
Wait,
but it's still the evolution of man. You understand what I'm saying?
August. Wait, hold on.
Man. Go ahead.
Before you go, I promise you, I made me, Aaron, and we made these arguments, August. She's not talking about that. I'm
bringing it there because they want to focus on sexual discipline and as
No, August. That's not the only thing she covered. You gotta watch the show. I don't know how else to put it besides there's context being missed because me and you are on the same page. Me and you are on the same page, right? I agree. Men have evolved by definition. The word we've done that. What it almost sounds like she's looking for. What she sounds like she's looking for is metamorphosis. She wants us to be gods, but when we broke it down, it's
slow and deliberate. It's happening consistently.
I don't prefer the framing at all because
of evolution.
It's like he being gaslit, right? Because every time he introduces something, it's like, oh, but we already talked about that, right? But he's free to talk about it based on not having seen the show, and nothing was proven. He just agrees. So what happened was August was introduced organically to concepts, and then when he heard the concept, he agreed with them, right? If Sherelle didn't say anything and you introduced the concept, he would have agreed regardless. It's not about proving her right. He's saying based on the concept, I agree with said concept regardless of who said it, because she ain't the first person to ever say it. But it was
and what I'm telling you is,
hold on a second, I'm not done. But it's being framed like he's like caught in a honey bun when they just agree with one another.
What I'm telling you is, if I would have said it at first, niggas would have found a way to disagree.
Why?
Because these niggas don't like me.
Well, that's
and
not,
I've been figured, and
I just that's not gonna work. This is not gonna work as an explanation.
I started my whole entire premise off with, I have realized that they're going to fight against whatever I say, whether it's true
but
or
you
not.
said that doesn't mean people agree.
I went against my point so that they could prove it for me.
But you said but see that's intelligent of you. But but it's a false premise, because even when we did the biological show, Cheat came up. Aaron is the smartest person, one of the top 3 smartest people I know. And then it was mined out in real time, and there was agreement even there. That's what I'm saying. Like it just, I don't know.
Cheeky and Aaron like me. These niggas
don't.
I don't dislike you.
Now you just made them panderers. You just made them panderers.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying they're not going to be obtuse. Neither are you going to be obtuse. If I say something
I know,
correct,
Terrell, we're going to be objective.
You, Aaron, Strada, Sean, y'all would not have a problem agreeing with me if I'm saying something right. Y'all respectfully would push back. I get that from y'all. Not the niggas that don't like me. The niggas that don't like me go against me no matter what I say. I have learned that for the last couple of days. I have been practicing.
Don't worry, August. Don't worry.
So that I
for no reason. I don't know what this is even about.
August
think about it though. Like, and then I'm putting this on members only.
This ain't for y'all. This is for the audience.
Cheat like me. That's why because if you say something that's worth giving credit to, we credit it.
No, this is for the audience. This is for the audience. It ain't about y'all.
Yeah, but you implicating it. Like,
you implicating all kinds of August catching strays. He got bullet holes. He trying to figure out what the fuck going on.
I was just like, damn, because I'm listening, like, okay, we saw that. And August is answering.
August is giving the answer, and I'm trying to let August know, bro. We not far apart. We are actually agreeing, and we said this. We all said this. We all said what you're saying. Like, how can you say this? This don't make no sense. It's just, I'm not saying you're wrong. I agree with you, but the way that she's trying to explain this. What the fuck?
Nah,
Cheeky stole travel one bike when she was in elementary school, and she been on his ass ever since.
Why? Who highlighted that? I don't even read the comments no more. Why am I seeing that?
Sorry. I apologize. She also be calling you sneaky cheeky, but I usually don't highlight those. I won't tell you about them no more either.
Please don't show me nothing no more about me. None. I'm cool. I just like hanging out with y'all on the panel. I don't need to see what the chat say, because that's why you took it off. Yeah, don't need to get caught up with all that mess.
Yeah, no, we ain't getting caught up in your Discord debacles. No. Strada, what's up, man?
What's good? What's going on?
Nothing.
He said nothing. Yeah, I think this was a dope show, man. I like the nuances of it. I think what I came away with is, if he could, he would, but can he? That's the true question. Can he? And I think the best answer is you control what you can. What you can't, you don't worry about. Where your focus goes is what you align with. So if you're focusing on the things you can't control and you don't like, you'll find yourself not getting what you want. I think it'd be good for conversation when we do those things, but in real life, when you self-assessing, I think you control what you can, which is normally starting with the self, and then you move outward. What you can't control, you can't put your energy in. It's a waste of time.
Yeah. I like it. I understand it. I think it's fair. Super Sean.
So I want people to know I'm not asleep. I'm on my phone. I just had to hold this last moment in. This last moment.
The last moment just lasted 20 minutes.
Yo, that was crazy, man. You niggas is Lord. I forgot what I was going. I had something for Cheeky, man, but I forgot what it was that quick. That was a long ass motherfucking outro. At the end of the day, man, look, hey, I know what it is. Cheeky, you can't have a whoremonger without whores. Take that to the bank, my friend.
For you?
Indeed. What's popping, man?
Perfect.
I think for the most part, we are kind of getting to like a Venn diagram of ideas, where there's a lot of stuff that we do agree on. We come at it from a different angle, so we do understand the concept. So I guess that's a positive thing to hear us listening to each other and being able to understand what we're other person is saying. And okay, I understand this, but the way I see it, I get to X, Y. I got the Q over here, and I'm gonna bring you to the way I think about it. Because it's not always linear for everybody. Some people start at different points in the way they use their logic. I guess, and that's what I see, because having the back-to-back conversation with the same people helps, even if Sherelle wanted to throw a grenade in the last 5 minutes of the show. You know what I'm saying? But we do like you, Sherelle. You're a great person. You are somebody, and you matter.
You matter? Go ahead, Cheeky. Nigga didn't even smile, nigga.
Brother, you better kill me. I ain't see that one.
He meant that from his heart.
You better.
on his shirt.
I think the premise has been the more I think about it, yeah. I think if niggas could, or if he could, he would. I think that's been a point. I can't refute it. I think that just unfortunately is what it is. We gotta do with that. But yeah. Like always, man, I'm just here to challenge. And I can change my mind. Y'all see, I came up here saying, like, nah, I don't think so. Then thought about it. Listen to what y'all said. Nah, y'all right. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, niggas fucking. Yeah, we going on green. You know what I'm saying? Straight from 3. But yeah, man, we gotta. Hopefully, we can figure this thing out. And maybe like talk about leadership in a more inclusive way, and not to where men are like have to be these superhero figures where they don't rely on women to like reel them in, or in a certain way. Like that type of leadership and having a helpmate like that doesn't get talked about. They always get talked about like you're a dictator and like do what I tell you, and your role is to cook, clean, make sure the kids are quiet. But no one talks about, hey, yeah, she reeled me in. She like looks out for me in ways that matter and actually make me a better leader for her and to her. So I think we should talk a little bit more about that too, instead of taking the blame and fall for everything.
No, 100%, man. Yeah, no, 100%, man. Putting it, making it palatable, how it actually manifests is uberly important. I think the concepts are there, right? And then we mine through them and put them in real life situations and see how they manifest in real time. I think that's going to be uberly important. Yeah, man. And I think that the nature is to want sex at a exponentially increased rate than women. right? And so what does that look like if we want to reorder and get to a better semblance of a community? You know, what's the most expeditious option, right? And I think that that's what we need to understand and figure out. So if it's going to get us to a better point more quickly for the women to change their prescriptions, then it would behoove them to help the greater good to do so. Just saying, if that is the case, you see. And then there's things that men have to absolutely change for us to get to the point of community more expeditiously, then men have to absolutely do that. You know, and that's why we need to mind it out. Who's more, because it's shared responsibility, but who will help us get better faster? And then that's what we would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Good. I think it's good, man.
I ain't get my final, man. Skip me.
My bad. Damn. The hat. Go ahead, August. My fault.
See how they do me, dog? I'm like the stepchild.
You got hair on your head?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to say this nigga head
Okay.
big like cranium. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
Nah.
Final thought, August, my bad.
Nah. I just wanted to say, I think that I had to come to the conclusion of if he could, he would in that specific scenario when we talk about sexual discipline. So I had to change my mind on that one. I appreciate y'all enlightening me on that. But I think that men have allowed women to hijack the meaning of what leadership is and constantly put us on defense because it resolves them from having to submit. And so because in order for a man to be an effective leader, he has to have a willing and submissive follower first. And so what women typically like to do is they try and give conditional submission. So you would have to demonstrate to them that you're a leader before they decide to submit, and that's backwards. So if they were to submit first and then, fall under that leadership, they can explore the option of how a leader actually comes. But most women won't submit to any form of leadership for whatever reason that they have. And so that's why the conversation isn't being had like that. That's why it's only a few leaders that can say, hey, the way leadership works is me telling you what you have to do is a form of my protection. Me giving you instruction is a form of my protection, and me understanding where you're strong at and where I'm weak at and delegating that to you, that's also a form of my protection and leadership. And women don't want to fall in line with that because of the title of me doing what that man say. So that's all I want to say.
So it's interesting, man. Hey, join the Discord. Disclaimer: tomorrow is Toxic Thursday. That is not the overall representation of the Discord, but tomorrow it is Toxic Thursday. The conversation is had in the bathroom for a reason. The bathroom channel has a shit emoji on it. Okay. There's no manners.
It's tomorrow on the East Coast.
Oh,
Can I say something?
If it's about Toxic Thursday in the
It's
Discord,
about Toxic Thursday.
Go ahead.
Toxic Thursday is like Discord purge. Because everything that they can't do, they do it on Thursday. Because if they could do it every day, they would do it every day. So HAMP put us in the bathroom on Thursdays so we could be naturally who we unevolved are.
It's the same
That's
niggas.
That's niggas. That's just niggas. That's just niggas.
But you know what we see though? Is the same 7 niggas purging.
Doing it every day.
Chilling. And everybody else just chilling. So but it's fun though. It's fun, man. Y'all keep it even, man. Like Sherelle said, I don't forget when she said it, but this now I actually did get his hurt from Sherelle. Be kind when you can. Shit be real out here for niggas. There's a lot of shit that you don't know going on, so pat a nigga on the back, pause. Tell a nigga you love him, pause, shit like that. Join the Discord, and I'm saying all this talking about Toxic Thursday. Join the Discord. Like I said, Thursday is not every day. So
I love y'all.
What's wrong?
Love you too.
I said I love y'all.
Oh, yeah,
We
I
love
said
you
it back.
too,
I love
Sherelle.
you too.
Not the ones I don't love, but the rest of y'all.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Get this nigga out of here, please. Arnold, don't Arnold say that is fucked up, Sherelle. I just said your quote, nigga.
I know. I'm sorry. I love you too, Arnold. You're not my op. You're adjacent.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Join the Discord. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend
Love you,
to tell a
Cheeky.
friend. We
Love you
out.
too, Cheryl, bro. God damn.